Show the inside of your mouth. Great camp bit. All right. Anyways, so he's laying around, enjoying himself. Mostly just hanging around.
And I go up to him. I say, "Surprise!"
Oh, look, it's you.
Yes, I brought you some hot dogs and some beer, but I do need your help.
Well, I'd be glad to help you eat those.
Well, you can eat the hot dogs and drink the beer. Don't do it the other way around, all by yourself. But I do need your help. So the thing is,
I don't understand.
I need your help with other
short,
things.
short, sallow explorer type.
I need your help with something else. You see,
Yeah,
Earth Prime.
Kaitlin, you might want to start recording if you haven't.
Yeah,
I have.
Okay.
You see, Earth Prime has been attacked by pirates.
No.
And the pirates have something set up with the fringe portals so that the fringe portal shoots people, and we have no idea how to stop that or how to use that. And I was hoping that since you've been around the fringe pass a lot and you've seen portals, and since you seem to know a lot of weird stuff when people remind you of it, that maybe you know something about that. And if you could explain how that works, I'd be glad to give you these hot dogs and beer.
We'll give you the hot dogs and beer first.
Okay, I'll if I do, will you help me?
I'll answer. I'll try to answer your question, but I've been through these deals before when they didn't like my answers, and then they didn't give me the hot dog and beer or something similar.
Okay, I'll give him I'll give him like half the hot dogs and half the beer.
Really?
Yeah. The other half.
Have I ever lied to you?
How would I know? I say I'll give you the other half after you answer the questions.
See, this is what I'm talking about.
Well, so how do the pirates do that, and how do we stop it or do it ourselves?
I don't know. It doesn't. It's
you sure you don't portal, remember portals suddenly shooting people?
Well, portals are only to protect people while they're traveling through them. That's the way it's always been.
So there's no way to have the portal protect somebody who's not traveling through?
Not as far as I know. That seems really odd. I mean,
but wait a minute. What you said when they protect people when they do traveling through? What do you mean?
As you go through the portal, if you get attacked, the portal protects you. It defends you. But once you're through, then it's it's
so for instance, the portal might shoot somebody who's attacking you.
Yeah, that's the way it's supposed to be.
But you're telling me you got to go through the portal to do this?
Yes.
Okay. Is there another way to do it?
Tell you what, give me a couple more hot dogs and I'll answer your question.
I'll give him one more hot dog.
Okay. He says he eats the hot dog. He said, how about a beer? Really thirsty. My throat's really dry.
I gave him another beer.
Okay, he drinks the beer. Yeah. He says, nope, not as far as I know.
What?
I said I'd answer your question. Sometimes sometimes the answer is I don't know.
Okay, Bruce. Out of game. Since out of game, I know the answer. It's very hard to determine if I can figure it out from what he's saying. So can I?
I don't think you can. I'm just saying is that he told you something that is very important, and you will. I suggest you you and the rest of the team try to deduce how they're managing it with.
Well, that's what I'm saying. I can't really say whether I deduced it or not because I.
Right. So I'm just saying is that I think that you should probably go talk to the other players about that. I mean, this is the
I will.
information. This is the information you asked for, and you got the information, and so you should go back and talk to them about it.
Okay. Okay. I did promise to give you the rest of this, so I give him the rest of this. I say, I don't suppose you know if the Blizzards know anything about this, because I mean they're peaceful. They don't
Oh,
attack themselves,
he
but
says, as far as I mean, I don't know, but I mean, you can go ask him. But I haven't seen any of the Blizness leave this world since
uh,
I've been here, so I don't know what they would. I mean, they may have never ever left their world before.
oh, uh,
It's
I
ironic
say
that they're all fringeworthy, but none of them care to leave the world. Yeah.
I go to a nearby Blizzards and I say, hey, I don't suppose you know if there's any like Blizzards who know anything about portals. I mean, I know it's funny, like just going up to a random
He
person and asking
he's
them, but
he says, "Yeah, I know about portals."
oh, okay. Do you know how portal? Do you know why portals might attack somebody?
No,
Because the Slark says it's to defend people going through, but what if you're not going through?
I guess you don't need it to be defended then.
Oh, well,
I mean, I know
yeah, but
there's a
do you
port.
know if there are any other Blizzards who might know about this?
No, I don't know if
Maybe
there's
like
any. I was going to tell you
a,
where the portal was, since
a
I know
an
where that is, and
ambassador or something. Or,
I can tell you, how big it is, and
mm,
I can tell you, that. I mean, I know stuff about portals.
or a scientist. I mean, do you guys have scientists or researchers?
He says, no, dude, that's 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 something that you two-legged folks do. We just enjoy our lives. Make more little business. That's where I want to spend my time.
Okay, well, thanks for your time. From Bruce, from what I know about the Blizzards, do they even have like a government or?
They have no they have herds. Okay, they have they basically they work cooperatively with each other. So if there's any aggressors come against them, like large predators or things like that, that don't get turned away by the bliss, then they just pick up rocks and hurl them en masse at them until they go away.
Mhm.
So they have a very simple lifestyle, and it works really well for them.
Okay, well, I go up to the Slarg and I say, I see your point, about how the Blizzards are.
Oh yeah, they're really great guys, don't you think?
Yeah,
Man, they're
by
all
the way,
soft. They're so nice and soft, and they and they and the ladies have really good creamy milk, and and it's so nice to hang around with them. It's just
well,
my
okay, well,
head gets
by the
all
way,
cotton candy inside when they're all when they're all hanging around together. It's so nice. Man, if you could only bottle that stuff, right?
I don't think there'll be much of a market for Blizzard's milk, honestly.
No, no, no. The cool feeling you get when you're around them.
Um, well,
What's referred to as the bliss, by the way,
yeah,
the blizness bliss.
yeah. Well, by the way, I mean, I know you said that you don't really care what name you're called, but do you actually have a name?
I forget.
Ah, okay.
Yeah. No one ever bothered to name me. I
Hmm.
woke up and they put me into a room, and um and they put this big white thing in there with me, and I got really really afraid of it and ran and tried to run away, and there was a lot of yelling and shouting, and people said mean things to me, and I left.
What do you mean they? Who's they?
These other people like you with two legs, and some of them were furry and some of them were not. There was just a whole bunch of folk.
Wait a minute, furry
Some
people with 2
some
legs, you mean
some of
Tamelorans?
some of them some of them had feathers.
So not Tamelorans then?
Not just to Melbourne.
You mean there were you've met Tamelorans then?
Well, long time ago, yeah.
Ah.
In a galaxy far, far away.
So you
Yeah.
must be really old then. You're like as old as those old men.
Well, that's rude.
That's exactly what I was going to say.
The
That
Neanderthals,
sounds
they're
kind of hurtful. I think I'm going to go over and hang around the blizzards for
I
a while.
apologize. Old man is not a derogatory term. It's what Earth Prime people used to refer to Neanderthals who have been wandering the fringe paths.
Really?
Okay. Yeah, really.
Okay.
Well, anyway, I got to get back and help like save my world. So enjoy the hot dogs and beer. I mean,
Thank you.
he's
Thank you
actually
for
eating
bringing
them
them to
all,
me.
but
Hey, tell IDET that this place needs to be restocked because, they're getting dangerously low on beer and hot dogs.
well, you didn't really have any probably until I brought them.
Exactly. Yes. Thank you very much. Thank you for appreciating what it feels to be me. Yes.
Okay, well,
He goes over and he pats you on the head. Nice talking to you, little
I say
sallow-skinned, two-legged guy.
I say nice talking to you, and I probably cannot actually reach him and pat him on the head, but I reach as far as I can, like
Oh,
pat him on the neck or
he,
something.
he doesn't stand on two legs. I mean, he can to do that, like a bear can,
Oh,
and then he
okay,
flops
then yeah,
down on he flops
I'll pat
down
him
to
on the
two
head.
legs, and you can pat him on the head. He says, "Yeah." He says, "Watch the." He says, he says, "Watch the eyes." Ha ha ha!
Oh, jeez. Bad.
Because he doesn't
You
have
use a
any.
mirror?
He doesn't have any, right?
Oh, okay.
That's
Yeah.
he has no eyes. He just has a blank fur and then big ears. He operates entirely from sonar, echolocation.
Okay, well, nice
Well,
talking to you, I
he
guess.
says, okay. Well, he says, boy, this is a tough room. Wow,
Yeah, I guess it's tough running out of beer and hot dogs.
it is. It is. It is. It's it's in some
Yeah,
places. It's in some worlds. It's a mortal sin.
I've not seen such worlds. And I know you haven't, but
It's tough there.
anyway, I'll take my
I
leave.
mean, there's those guys that wear the kilts and the hats, and stuff like that, and they live in the really cold areas.
Really? You mean Ireland?
No,
Oh,
it wasn't called Ireland.
oh, what was it called?
Norland, I think.
Oh,
And anyways, they in that place, if your feast hall runs dry during a ceremony or a festival, oh man, it gets ugly. Oh my goodness, I have to leave when that happens. Also,
yeah.
anytime they start talking about sacrifices, I'm out of there. It's funny how when people start talking about sacrifices, they start looking in my direction.
Well, maybe they're hungry.
Here, that's not a good enough reason. See, that's what I like about the Blizniz, man. Not one of them has ever tried to, sacrifice me or have me for dinner or things like that. They just pull up some tufts
I mean, I
of
was told
grass,
they'd have you for dinner in a nice way,
right, as a guest, not as a
as a main
course.
course.
Well, thank you that you considered me to be the main course, but yeah, they don't do that. They're very nice. So you should spend more time with them. Pick up some pointers.
And maybe I will.
All right.
And
Well, I
I
guess
walk off.
Yeah, and he waves at you, and goes over and goes over and just kind of throws himself on one of the blizniz, and the blizniz reaches it's two trunks up and just kind of rubs them behind the ears, one trunk with each one, and blows air around. It puffs, it puffs the hair around his
So,
face.
so how far is it back?
It's well, it's five. You're going to one, so not to zero, and you're at five, so that's going to be about 200 miles, and it depends on how fast you travel.
So let's see. If I was on a horse, it'd be forever.
Yeah, it
I
would
don't
be.
know what other vehicles there would be though.
There were other vehicles.
Okay, well, I will hope that I'm on the fastest possible vehicle,
Yeah, you don't know
because
how you
otherwise
got
I'm
here.
on a horse.
All right, give me a. It's actually harder to travel with a horse. Give me a luck check.
Or
4. Okay, so with a 4, you're not riding on a bicycle. Okay, um, you're you've got some kind of real basic uh, vehicle. Some just let's say a diesel motorcycle.
okay.
Okay.
Now, Bruce, when we got horses before, didn't we leave them somewhere?
Yeah, you would.
Where did we
On
leave them? Because I don't
uh,
remember.
well, you guys, and you could talk to the rest of the team about that, but you guys end up leaving them on some world, basically, because you
Earth?
decided, was it Earth or was it like
It was Earth.
it was
Yeah, it was.
it wasn't the dragon world?
Nope, it was
Nope.
Earth.
I don't
Okay.
think so. I think we
Then
brought
All
them
right.
back.
So
then I don't have access to them. Okay.
right, obviously, yeah. So, but I'm just saying is that there are other people that have vehicles I mean, they were all, most of everybody who, you have a whole bunch of worlds on your side that all, have, if they are part of the alien core, they have vehicles. Okay. So the problem is that almost everybody who is fringeworthy is either, has either died or they have gone out to join the fight such as it is back on the plus and minus ones. But you don't know anything about the minus ones because you've only been on the plus ones.
Well,
Okay.
we know some.
Well, I drive
I'm
back.
talking
I
about
need
I'm talking about
refuel
Ken
and then
because he
drive
didn't go
back.
with you guys.
Yeah, refuel and then drive back.
Sure, go right ahead. I mean, it's only
Okay.
200 miles, so but yeah,
There you go.
Okay.
they definitely have fuel there.
Yeah.
And
Okay,
if you went just a little bit further, to 6, that's where they have a wait, was it 6? Oh, okay, never mind. Yeah. Um, no, they don't. Okay, yeah, this is the last place that they have fuel.
All right.
Because on 6, the only place that's been open there was where you was where you guys went to Garrison, Montana, and had the whole thing with the alien bugs, the alien brain bugs. Remember?
Yep.
Yeah. So
Okay. So
they have they have a form of fuel oil, but yeah, you got kerosene for sure and things like that. But they're not. They're a train society still. Early 1900s.
okay. Well, hoping I don't run into fringe weather, I start driving back.
Oh, well,
Okay.
that's the fun of it.
More fun for everyone.
Hey,
Go ahead and give me a luck check.
the second you
5.
mention it.
Okay. Then yes, you get back without running into any fringe weather.
Okay. I drive. I get there. I look around.
Yeah, it's Stuckies.
Hey, IDET guys. I don't see anybody. I assumed because they're
You see
probably
lots of people that are from
okay.
IDET there. Okay.
Okay. So
And
what
also
was our
from the
team name?
Alien Corps. You see Norlanders, you see people from the Golden Horde and stuff like that. They're all, but what you don't see is you don't see your own team.
Okay. What was it? Team 6 or
You're Team 6, otherwise known
yeah.
as Team Banzai.
Okay. Hey. You know where Team Banzai is gone?
Okay. Yeah, and someone
Team
says,
6.
sure. Yeah, they had some crazy notion that they were going to skip the Earth Prime portal when they ran down, to get to the negative side, and so they went down that direction and they haven't come back. We were listening, and we heard this sound, this that we think might have been an explosion or something, but we haven't checked it out yet.
Yeah, I know the pirates set a trap there.
Yeah.
But because I need to talk to not just them. I probably should make a report about this, but I can't really report,
Yeah.
on Earth Prime. But who's like the highest ranking person around here that I see?
Well, that depends on who you want to talk to. I mean, obviously the Norlanders and the Erders probably have ranks, and so do, and of course,
Okay, who at IDET would be the best person to tell about what the Slarg told me about how portals work?
there is no specific person. They're just, there are other people there that are from IDET or from the Alien Corps, and everybody who's there is either from IDET or the Alien Corps. You don't have any like unexpected people there. Okay. Again, of course, there are the people who run the Stuckies. All right, so there's that.
Okay, well, then I don't know which random person I'm talking to, but I say I found out some information and I need to get it to somebody. I mean, it's not secret.
Then just
Um,
tell us.
yeah, okay, then I went to talk to the Slark to see if he knew how the pirates got the portals to attack people. The
The
Slark said,
Slarg. You mean
yes,
that? You mean that like that retarded giant dog?
yeah. Because
And you went to ask him, huh? Okay.
he does act retarded most of the time, but
What
he does know a
what
lot
did
of random
Spot have to
things.
say?
What the Slarg had to say was that if you go through a portal and somebody attacks you when you're going through the portal will shoot at you like the pirates did. Now he didn't know about how to make that happen when you're not going through a portal,
Okay.
but I think that's useful information along these lines. I think what the pirates did has something to do with that.
Oh, you're saying that the pirates know a way of making the portal
Portal defend
attack,
them.
defend them, whether they're going through the portal or not. That's what you're
Right.
saying, right? Well,
Yes.
that would be a great trick to know. I'm glad to hear that. We've never actually known that before. Hey guys, that means that when you're going through a portal, you don't have to worry about someone like chopping your head off as soon as you come. Well, does it does it keep them from chopping their head off, or
It
does
shoots
does
them.
it does it punish them for doing so?
It shoots them, so I guess if they're not killed by the shot, they might still chop your head off. I mean, when we were at the pirates, um, the portal shot people and it hurt them, maybe killed them, but it didn't like automatically kill them. It's like it's being shot.
Well, that's true because there's two people that are still
Yeah.
alive. Okay, Azura, who got who basically came back. Both of them received had injuries and burns and things like that. So yeah, so it doesn't kill you instantly. It just kills you almost instantly. All right. Well, great. We're waiting on the Demixi to deliver up some really good weapons. So that's what we're doing. You can feel free to get involved in that.
I'm trying to find my team, but you said they went to try to go to the other side.
Yeah, they
It's
they
a
left to go
trap
to the
though.
other side in their two vehicles, the Moscovy and then the Summers ATV. So
Okay, well, I'm gonna have to go find them then. I get on my motorcycle and I say, um, is this part of this portal safe?
which part?
The part from 1 to 0.
You mean, can you go through the portal right here?
Yeah, is there nothing on the other side, like a pirate station or something?
There's somebody standing watch on the other side just in case
Okay,
the
thank you.
pirates send one of their one of their armored vehicle gunboats basically down here, and that hasn't happened yet. So if we don't take some
Okay,
action soon, that might just be a matter of time. I don't know. I mean, I
I
don't
will
know
go
how.
through
Yeah. So you go through.
holding
Okay.
like a shield in front of my face, but
Holding what in front of your face?
a shield.
What kind of a shield do you have?
I guess like I don't know. I was hoping for like some kind of clear polycarbonate or something, but whatever
Okay.
riot shields are.
Okay. Uh give me a luck check.
What, to see if we have them? 3.
Yeah. Okay. Uh all right. So you don't have a nice polycarbonate one. You actually have a pretty heavy one that was basically just left off over at the um, um, in the Quonset hut. Basically, it was so you cobble together something that maybe it's a garbage can lid or something like that.
Okay, well,
But because they didn't have that here. Now, not to say they don't have shields. For example, is that you could try to ask one of the Golden Horde whether they'd be willing to give up a shield or not, but and they might, but they probably wouldn't want to give you the one they were carrying, because then they have to go back to their world, get it, and come back. So it's like,
okay. So I'll go through the portal.
all right, so you're on the other side, vroom, 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 vroom. You can see the roadway running, going off ahead of you. You've got your little acetylene lamp light on the front of your motorcycle.
And so I see people ahead of me.
No, you see almost 50 miles of road, which of course, the other end of it vanishes in the darkness, because you can only see so far with your light, and it is dusk, so you can't see more than a couple hundred feet anyways.
Okay, I'm gonna go then, down the path.
Okay.
Not too fast, because if something's in the way, I'm gonna have to stop.
Okay. So you go driving down, all
Yeah.
right, and then in the distance, you see the 50-foot portal beginning
Okay.
to be visible, which is the shining ring. Okay, and so how far away from the portal?
Let's say 200 feet.
200 feet. Okay, all right.
Do I
Uh,
see friendlies or bodies
uh,
or hostiles or?
uh, you you don't see any bodies. It just seems to be um, it just you do see something that looks like uh, a concrete one of those concrete barriers going across the road right in front of the portal.
uh,
There is kind of dovetailed together, so that like if something came the other direction, it could push them aside. But from your direction, it would stop a big vehicle. You might be able to get through it. I mean, you might be able to go around because you're on a motorcycle.
but I don't see any people here.
You don't see any people.
Okay. Hmm. Did anybody like leave a note or anything?
Well, the French path isn't known for being good for leaving notes, so you see
Yeah,
no
but they
note.
could put it on the concrete barrier.
Yeah, they could have, but it doesn't seem like there's one there.
Okay. Um. Okay. Well, I'll stop at the barrier.
Okay.
Try to notice like signs of people. Maybe
All right.
I guess like footprints or anything would.
Yeah. Okay. So you hear
If somebody like
yeah,
sticks their
what?
okay, what
I'm trying to talk. Can
oh,
you hold up? All right. You have two people. Somebody yells out. He says, "You're under our guns." He says, "Surrender or we'll fill you full of holes and drop grenades all over you." Your call.
do I see him?
The voice appears to come from the right side.
Better than the wrong side.
Give me a notice check at a minus 2.
Okay. 5.
With a minus 2?
Yeah.
Okay. You see somebody dressed in black who is basically aiming around the side of the road surface on with a like an automatic weapon pointed right at you.
Uh-oh.
Yeah. Okay. I will hold up my hands and I'll walk towards him.
Now just stand right there.
Uh,
I'll come to you. All right. So he gets up and he starts walking, and he basically crawls up onto the fringe path. He's got a submachine gun, and he's walking towards you with a pair of handcuffs dangling, in the other hand.
do I see another person?
You want to make another notice check?
Yes.
Okay, go ahead.
I'm gonna Benny that.
Okay,
That's another 5 after the Benny.
okay. After the minus 2.
Yeah.
Okay. All right. Yeah, there seems to be another one on the other side who's basically covering you as the guy approaches you.
Okay. How far away is the other one?
I would put him at least between 20 and 30 feet.
Okay. Okay. In this game system, how would you like grab somebody, and how would you disarm somebody?
It would be a fighting check, and the disarm would be a strength versus strength.
Okay.
So you'd have to make a successful fighting check versus their parry, and then you'd have to beat their strength to take a gun away from them, for example. All right, he says, all right, turn around, put your hands behind your back.
Is he right next to me?
No, he's walking up towards you. He's got the gun on you. Okay, he's moving around in such a direction that he's up next to the barrier, so that if he needed to, you decide to drop down, he could like jump over it or something like that. But and if you try to jump in the other direction, then the other guy who's got the gun on you would be able to fire at you. So he's basically covering the left side and the side and the area behind the ramp. The other guy is also kind of doing that on the right side, but in your case it's left. From their perspective, it's right. Does that make sense to you? One's covering this side, one's covering this side, but because the thing doesn't go all the way to the end, there's a space. He also can fire inside. The other guy can fire inside. Does that make sense? Did you see what I just did?
Okay.
Okay. So anyways, you got two guys basically with automatic weapons aimed at you. And they the one guy definitely has a aiming bonus. So from having been in position against you. So but it all depends, so you are in a sense under the gun. The other guy, you gave that up by walking up to put the handcuffs on you.
Okay.
All right. He says, and he's basically saying, okay, drop to your knees, cross your legs over each other, and put your hands behind you, and you get to live.
Okay. I will do that.
Okay.
When I really don't want to fight him when the other guy's got a gun on me. I'm trying to see if there's anything I can do about that. Hold on.
Okay.
Okay, so how far are we from the portal?
About 30 feet.
30 feet, okay.
You can always test to see the portal's reaction.
Well, I'm not going to do that at this point. That's why I wanted to know how far we are from that portal. Okay, if I was handcuffed and I wanted to try to break the handcuffs, what would that be?
That would be a truly exceptional roll, because handcuffs are not designed to break.
Okay.
And I mean, you'd have to have superhuman strength to be able to pull it off. But you also have your chi ability, so maybe you could do it. Then you're using an attack against them, and maybe you could do it.
Yeah.
Do you want me to come back? Because other people aren't get to play while you're trying to figure this out.
Okay, yeah, come back.
Okay. All right, you guys who are on the other side, of course. When we last left you guys, by the way, you have you been brought up to speed, Pat?
A little bit, yeah.
Okay. All right. So you are currently talking to Centaurian. Centaurian, Androcles, in the large cave that is where the portal is that goes to the Roma Universalis, otherwise known as the the Romans. And well, I mean, most people don't want to say that, Pax Romana. They don't want to.
The Romans.
Yeah, they
The
usually, the closest they'll accept is Pax Romana, and because the Roman, they all believe in the Roman peace, which is peace through strength. But anyways, he's there and he's been talking to you about stuff, that you. So you've been basically bringing him up to speed. He's told you that he sent everybody that he had down to once they were informed that this had happened. He sent everybody he could down to the first portal piece, and they're waiting to hear back from them as to any plans or any materials that they can provide. That of course could be provided by a 15th century culture industry. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Yeah, they are. So they have modern weapons, they have modern body armor, things like that, and they have vehicles and all those things. But those have all come off the Fringe Pass. They don't have the ability to make any of those things. They have sent a message off to Londinium and a large the rest of the Centaurium, has is either outside or going to be there soon, and they're to protect their world from whatever might come out of this portal. Fortunately, the exit from this cavern is fairly narrow, and there's a river going through it, which is also going through this cavern, and so most things that come in and out of it come by boat. It's not a big river, but I'm just saying it's but you get on that, you can just basically ride it all the way down to Londinium. So anyways, so that's what's going on their side. So they're saying, so what do you want to do? How can we help you?
Well, we talked about getting a vehicle and going to check on something. What was it? Oh, we were going to go up to we were going to check with the Detroit people and see if they had anything they could help us with.
Right.
And then we were going to go up to Neg 1 platform, Alt Neg 1 platform, and
that's where
find out what's
everybody
happening up there, where everybody was mustering.
Well, Alt Neg 1, you guys already.
We
No,
bypassed.
that's right. You haven't been there.
Yeah,
You somehow found. Yeah, I don't know if you figured it out yet.
Nope.
Okay, but you guys actually arrived on the
on
let's see.
Neg 2.
Alt Neg 2.
I mean, I
Yeah.
have my own. I have my theory
Yeah.
about it.
You arrived on Alt 2. Actually, on the Fringe path to Alt 2. Okay,
Yeah.
and so the and so yeah, if you want to go talk to the Detroit people, they're like fine with that. He says, we haven't had much conversation with them. We get the same reports everybody else gets, from IDET. IDET anytime there's something new, they put things together. We haven't seen anybody from there coming in or out except for IDET people going in or out of the portal to what do you call Detroit?
Yeah, we didn't know what else to call it, so.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So yeah, go on. You don't need a vehicle. You can just walk through there.
Well, yeah, but they were going to get us a Jeep to take up to Neg 1.
Okay, you can have one.
You said that they were going to get us a Jeep so we can.
Yeah, they did. It's there. You can take it.
Because ours were trash.
They'd rather not leave. Yeah, they'd rather not. Yeah, well, your vehicles are really trash. They're all sitting out on the. You left one behind the Summers.
Right. The Muscovies beat just not. So.
Hey, at least we were able to get it to somewhere.
Yeah.
Yeah, you managed to get down there. That good Russian, 1950s technology managed to get it to to 50 miles to on the run flat tires, to -2. So yeah.
Right.
Yes, it certainly did.
So yeah, they're willing to let you have one. Sure.
Okay. And we would go up and let them know this is what we found out from getting this stuff to the people
Right.
on.
So what are you going to do first? Are you going to go to the -1, or are you going to go to Detroit?
We're going to go to Detroit and see if they have any assistance they can offer.
Okay. All right. So you go over to the portal, which is currently being it's being watched by the few the Pax Roma people
Right.
that are out there, because they're all still they're all very much interested in the stuff that's going on out there. They have quite an array of cannons actually at this point that are all lined up on the platform aimed toward -1. So that's going on, and apparently they have a long fuse that basically a whole bunch of fuses that can all be triggered off by one person and fire them all. Because it's a little bit difficult, because the portal, it's very smooth, so blocking them is kind of tough, but they're doing their best, so again, more concrete sandbags basically behind the cannons to try to keep them from sliding too much when they fire them off. But the big problem is that they don't have enough people to reload them, but they have them all loaded for one shot.
Mm-hmm.
So, or many shots, depending upon whether you shoot them all at once or individually. So, all right. So you guys are going to head on over to Detroit. Okay.
Yes.
Everybody everybody, though you're sore and you've got stitches and things like that from the surgeries that Jason did, you all have managed to not have any wounds, which was pretty damn amazing considering.
I know, I'm
Managed not to
amazed.
die.
Yeah, you
Yes,
got a lot. You
yeah.
took a lot of wounding from those explosions. So anyways,
I believe Chuck was very damaged, and Gandalf was like near death, basically.
yeah, but
Basically,
I
yeah.
was able to save them.
yeah, you
So I'm
saved
a
them
hero.
all. Yeah, you.
I
Yay,
think
me.
so. I think so far that has been Gandalf's whole thing for his whole time he's been here.
Just getting dead.
Sorry.
Well, Pat, if you show up more often, these sorts of things tend not to happen to your character. And
Yeah,
they didn't even put you at the head of the line either. You were actually in the second set. You just
Yeah, well, last week was not a good headspace week for me.
no, I
No.
understand. I do. No one's criticizing you. We're just saying.
We're just poking some fun.
We're just saying is that I think you'll find you may get better consequences if you're actually here.
No. See, the
I would
first
say his
time
mileage may vary.
first time I got injured really bad, I was here.
Yes, it's true. Yeah, right. And by the way, your little wrapper they had all around you, they gave that to somebody else.
Not all of it. I just wrapped one guy up with some of it.
It was basically everything that Gandalf would have had as supplies.
Well, no, he had a whole bodysuit. I just wrapped his torso with some.
Right.
Okay.
I didn't know who it was anyways. I'm just trying to see.
My first death happened off screen. It was great.
As a brain.
Yeah, the
I'm a
brain.
brain. I'm a brain.
I be brain.
Oh, jeez.
Right.
Okay.
Both of you.
Anyways,
I think we're ready to head to this
you're not
Detroit
currently
place.
wearing any of that, by the way, Pat.
No, he's wearing. Well, he's probably not wearing a whole lot since his environmental
Our
suit pretty
environmental
much got
suit
shredded.
shredded.
Everybody's clothing got shredded by that. Yeah.
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 Yeah,
All
the
right,
And all of
but
our
I know
spare
from
they
gear is
will
Fringe.
in
be,
the
and they will be
is in the
glad to.
summers.
Yeah, they will be glad to
Yep.
give you body armor and a Pax Romana uniform without insignia, of course.
Oh,
Of
cool.
course.
That's very nice of you. Thank you.
Yeah,
Yes,
the
yes.
Like I
first
can't
the
be a
fir-
Praetorian.
You certainly can if you want to work your way up through the ranks.
I'm
Sure.
already a major. I mean, that should at
Not-
least get me
Not in this army, you aren't.
at least prefect
He
or
tried.
Dream on.
Yeah, I know.
We have real soldiers here. We've seen you IDET types.
I know. First chance we had, I changed clothes because I had some in my backpack.
Yeah. Yeah, we'll go and tell you what, take this trench knife, go out and kill yourself a lion with it, and come back, and then we will make you an officer.
Don't
sorry,
you...
my headset disconnected.
Oh jeez.
He said take this trench knife, go out into the well, let's see, it's England, so they wouldn't have lions. So like, let's say a big bear or an elk.
You didn't have bears either.
They got elk, right?
I
They don't
think
have any big
deer.
animals.
Big deer.
They got
I
deer.
have deer,
Buck.
All right, so
Big ass buck.
let's say a 10-point buck.
badgers,
Yeah, no.
but the polite badgers,
Yeah. Anyways, the point is that he's asking you to go out and kill something serious, and he's not even trying to. He's going to stick with the lion. Go kill a lion with us. You might have to travel all the way to the Mediterranean to do that. But anyways, the point is that he's saying go do something that shows that you've got some real mettle as a fighting man, and we'll talk about your place in the the Kaiser's army. So
So he's just saying.
I'm not going to argue with him. I'm like, yeah, okay, well, thanks.
it says, yeah, these guys, you take away their automatic weapons, and what are they?
Pretty much.
Before you guys showed up, they just had flintlocks.
Uh-huh.
So, not that they don't like having those things, by the way. Automatic weapons.
Of course.
Guns, things like that, but-
Sam Colt, the great equalizer.
and cannons that got introduced. Yeah. So, anyways,
Anywho's.
Just head on out. They'll remind you which portal it is to the so-called Detroit. It's the one just to the right of the of the one that goes up to the
Right.
the space platform.
Thank you.
Oh, okay. Well, thanks.
Yeah.
Kind of a feeling they don't like us.
No, they do. They just
I think they just don't like you for your audacity here.
Yeah,
Oh,
I think they were fine with you until you started saying you want to be part of the Praetorian Guard, and that kind of got their backs up. I think that's I think that's a real honor for them.
Uh-huh.
It's like saying, "Hey, can I be part of the I don't know, special forces?" When you're like somebody just got drafted.
Mm-hmm.
Like, oh no.
But
way.
but he is part of the special forces.
Now that I've been drafted, I want to be part of the special forces today.
But Bishop is already part of the special forces.
That may be, but you weren't you weren't drafted today. All right,
Not
moving
now.
on.
Yeah, I know.
Moving on. Okay, so
What have you done for me lately?
So the four of you, I guess, are
Hey.
going to wander over to the Detroit portal and go through.
Now, this was your first mission, correct?
No. Well, yes, it was actually.
It was one of you guys' first missions.
Yeah. It was my first mission. I believe Chen Wei was there as well.
All right.
All the
Very
rest
good.
of the party, all the rest of the original team has since gone different directions. So
Your Professor Hansen was here too, right?
Right.
Okay.
And Dr. Um, what's her name?
Dr. Beelzebub?
Oh,
Dr.
you mean Yejin.
Yeah.
Dr. Na. Literally her name.
Dr. Nah.
For fuck's
Am
sake.
I gonna live? Nah. Oh, anyway.
More fun.
So, all right, we go to Detroit. We come up to the portal. We step through the portal.
Why are you doing
Okay,
this?
and you find there are, that there's a whole squad of guards that are just kind of standing around smoking cigarettes and people playing some cards, and they're really shocked when you step through. And they're grabbing their weapons and they're like, a friend or foe.
Friend, I would hope.
Friend.
Last
Yeah.
I checked, I was a friend.
Well, the last people that
sure.
were there was Annika, Chen Wei, Yi Jin, Francis, and Alan. So
There was 2 there.
You're not listed.
Why not? Who's Alan?
Alan, somebody named Alan.
No Allens.
I think that's supposed to be Jason. Because
Like
Jason
maybe?
hasn't played any other character.
Nope.
Okay, right. Well, actually, you are listed here. We had Annika, Chen Wei, Jason, Yi Jin, Nictus, Francis, and Alan was played by Chris.
Who the hell's Chris?
I don't know. He's listed right here.
I don't think
I gave experience for 2 people. Yeah.
Interesting.
I don't know who Chris is.
Well, nice to meet you, unknown Chris.
Yeah. Welcome, unknown Chris, that apparently played a mission with us.
Yeah.
Uh-huh.
You know what? And you know what? For
More
right now,
more fun for everyone. Yeah.
let's just pretend
Yeah.
that Chris existed.
Yeah. But you're definitely listed here. So as far as I can tell here, Jason, you're the only person that anybody would possibly recognize.
Yeah, if they recognize me, because God knows how many people they've gone through working at this guard post.
Well, maybe, but I'm sure that they would have a list of people who've come through that have, that are from IDET. Okay.
Right.
And so
We're friends. I know we don't look it, but there's an explanation for that.
Someone's standing there with a big, with a big facsimile sheet, and he's looking at it and looking at you, saying, "Yeah, it looks like him." Says it could be plastic surgery. Someone comes over. He says, "Hey, Doc, go over and check him out." And the guy goes over. He says, "Well, I don't know. He looks like he's got a lot of wounds on him right now. I mean, but I don't see anything that indicates plastic surgery." What the hell happened to you?
Well, that's what we're here for. Pirates seem to have taken over the Alt on Earth, the Alt Earth Prime platform, and we need some.
They all look at each other and they bust out laughing. Pirates!
The heck was that?
Well, it's clear you weren't chosen for your comedy skills.
I look at them and go, not those kind of pirates.
We know. It says here, Fringe pirates. They drive around in armored, basically armored. It says here armored personnel carriers with 20mm guns, and they take no prisoners, and they never answer questions. He looks at you and he says, "Who's buried in Grant's tomb?"
I would certainly hope
Grant and
is.
Mrs. Grant.
Mrs. Grant?
Grant and Mrs. Grant.
I'm sure Mr. Grant would have preferred that.
Yes. My dad.
All right.
Lee Harvey Oswald.
Okay. Anyways, So one guy walks forward. He says, I'm Lieutenant Jenkins, and it is I am in charge of this bunch of lowlifes.
How bad do you have to fuck up to have to do guard duty on a portal?
Well, it's actually a pretty easy detail.
Oh, I'm sure
So,
it is.
It's right above us is Detroit, and it's got a pretty hopping nightlife.
Oh, really? Oh.
Yeah. Okay. So it's Lieutenant Jenkins.
Well, we're here to talk
I'm
to one
pretty
of the dicks or
sure
Jane.
that you're not here. Oh, yeah, of course. He says you want to talk to the aliens, right? Okay.
Well, or the command staff. I mean, they're either
Well,
or.
Yeah, I think that you probably want to. We probably should get you in touch with the general. The guy that you talked to the last time.
Okay.
Okay.
All right. Actually, it was Colonel David Bainbridge. Yeah, he's in charge of the local garrison here. So yeah, so hold on a second, and he goes over and he picks up the phone. It's a rotary dial.
Rotary dial.
Yeah, he says, this is
Nine.
This is Lieutenant Jenkins. He says we are at Alpha 1, and there is a group wanting to talk to talk to command. He says, do I have permission to send them on? And they're like, okay, I will do so. And he goes and puts it down. He puts it down. He says, all right, you've been cleared, since you came through the portal. However, we will have to send a number of people with you just in case you decide to make a break for it.
All right then.
Okay.
In case you aren't everything you say you are, right? So, anyways.
Okay.
So
Whatever makes you happy there, Lieutenant.
Getting to the end of my shift without somebody getting shot would make me very happy. So appreciate the cooperation. So he says, all right, just lead the way. Take the escalator. Well, okay. You guys carrying any visible weapons? I'm asking.
I have a pistol.
Yeah. Okay. Anybody
Not
else
right-
carrying
not right
visible
now.
weapons? All right. Okay. Great. Okay. Just don't. It's people are a little touchy these days, being with the alien invasion and all. So, as long as you don't show any weapons, you should be fine. Of course, once you get to the base, they will be. I'm sure they will be relieving you of those weapons. Anyways, so in the meantime, just he says, okay, Rico, Youngblood, let's see.
He's trying to go up with names on the fly.
No, it's Chief, who's obviously an Indian. He says nobody knows how to pronounce Algonquin. See, Algonquin, right?
So they call him Chief. Gotcha.
They call him Chief, even though he's not a chief anything.
Right.
And finally, Piper. He says they will be glad to be your escort and to answer any questions that anybody might have about your strange dress and condition. So anyway, so just this way. So they will go over and there's this big metal door, okay, and
That's new.
and he goes over and and they knock on the door and someone pulls back a thin little slat, and he says, amphetamines. The other one says, "Good time." Close the thing, the sign countersign. Door opens up,
These
you
people
know,
go crazy.
and at which point just this unbelievable din of sound just pours into the chamber, and you go walking out, and you see that the train station is just a beehive of workers and construction people and things like that. Because if you recall, this place had a real big ceiling drop in,
Yeah.
so they are
yeah.
they are busy rebuilding. Still, it hasn't been that long, really.
Been a year.
Well, it's not that long when you talk about building, replacing a big chunk of and shoring up buildings and tearing down buildings, and they probably had to tear down a lot of buildings before they could start building things up.
That's true.
Anyways, so they basically they take you out, and they walk you along, and you come to an escalator, and it basically you ride the escalator up to the surface, and you look around, and yeah, it's basically this is everywhere you can see are cranes and things like that, and a basically a big van pulls up with U.S. Army on the side of it, and they open the door, and they says, "Okay, everybody get in." And you see these
Okay.
guys. They're kind of dressed like MPs, and he says, "All right." He says, you get in there, and they drive off to that army base. As you recall, it's up a little bit to the north,
Right.
and you arrive there, and you go through the checkpoint. The guys open the doors. They look inside. They say, "Any of you guys packing?
Yeah.
Nope.
Okay, do you have any explosives?
No.
Do you have any transmitters that are? By the way, are any of you guys wearing your visors?
No.
Yes.
Yes.
Oh, okay then.
Yes.
I hated
Which-
that thing, so no.
So yeah, you guys look a little funky then.
Yeah, we
so,
do.
Ah.
All right.
We got my
Anyway.
happy helmet on.
Yes. All right. And yes, and your and your data buddy, by the way, is like saying, "Hey, we got all kinds of radio broadcasts and stuff, and there's even some broadcasts that historically, from what you were telling me, there's some encrypted communications on some of these channels. Do you want me to decode them?"
Sure.
Great.
Yep.
Love doing that. So all of a sudden you're hearing a
Right.
lot of chatter amongst fighter pilots and people that are doing various things that are somewhat covert, but not terribly covert, not like spies or anything like that. But like just in other words, important military type stuff that you're not supposed to be listening to. Anyways,
Well, it's good to know that the data buddy can hack into that kind of stuff.
oh yeah, he's real
No
good.
kidding.
Loves that stuff. It's data. Wants data. Fill the data up. Yum 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 yum.
It likes to
Yeah,
eat.
because all because your helmets are completely flat. They're like empty. So they're like loaded. Yeah. So all right. Anyways, so you guys get out and go and met by who was he? That was, let me go back to that again. That was
So
Captain
he asked if
Dad.
we had any. My quick question: they asked if we had weapons, but did they take our weapons?
Oh yes, they did. If you
Oh.
if you announced them, and they asked. They said, "Do you have weapons? Do you have explosives? Do you have transmitters of any kind?" And of course, you guys. I mean, I don't know. You may not be paying attention to them anymore, but you used to have ones around your
We still
neck.
do.
And stuff. Okay.
We still do.
So they're gonna collect all those things and run those like the detectors. They make noises whenever they come across various electromagnetic things that you're not supposed to have on you. Of course, when they get to the helmet, they're just kind of like, "What is this?"
The bump helmet.
Thing that was just very strange.
Yeah, you can all claim that you're wearing them because of recent injuries.
Right.
Recent injuries.
I'm not even wearing it, so.
Right. Well, but you look, as I say, you look as worse for wear as the rest of them do. You definitely could use a spa day. All right. Anyways, Captain Danvers comes out, because he was the guy that basically was the adjunct for Colonel Bainbridge, and he comes out and he says, hey, uh, he says, Jason, right?
Right.
How's it going?
Boy, I've had better days.
So you're with a new team now?
No, same team, new people.
Okay. So
Still team six.
Team six,
Yep.
right? Right. Okay.
Right.
Well, come on in. I know that
Oh, my camera's not on.
he says Colonel Bambridge is aware that you're here, and he has opened his calendar because I assume that you're here for something. You are here for something important since you wanted to talk to the colonel, right?
Yes.
Okay.
Not one to just waste his time.
Right. Well, I mean, it could just be, hey, how's it going kind of meeting, and you guys, from the looks of you, I suspect it's something more serious. But come on, let's come on in. Have you eaten lunch yet?
I don't know when the last time we actually ate was.
I think it was last at Stucky's.
Yeah, is it Stucky's?
No, we
However
have
long
not.
ago that was.
Okay, all right. Well, it's been a while. It's been a number of hours because first you had to get to the -2, and then you had to contact contact the Pax Romana, and then you
Right.
had some discussion there, and then you got yourself.
There's some recovery time for a couple of them. So
Some of you, well, Jason especially is tired because some of you guys were sleeping while he was doing all the hard work.
I hear
yeah,
the
I think
pizza
it's
here is pretty good.
I think it's what?
I said, I hear the pizza here is pretty good.
Oh, deep dish, absolutely. You can't get better than deep dish Detroit pizza. Don't let
Maybe
those people.
Chicago.
Don't let shut. He says, don't let those people in Chicago, try to blow smoke up your butt. All right. He says, as
more of a thin crust
people are looking at you, of course, in your outlandish costumes and stuff like that.
Yeah.
Walking through this base, and you go
What kind
up
of
to.
costumes are these Pax Romana?
Oh, you ever see the French Foreign Legion?
Mm-hmm.
Like that.
Like
With
what
the hat,
century
with the
French
hat,
Foreign
with the thing hanging down the
Oh,
back,
like
the brim.
World War, like pre-World War One, World War One French Foreign
Yeah, they're
Legion.
from the 1500s. Yeah, the pictures I've seen of them, over the years, they look very much like the French Foreign Legion.
Yeah, I mean that's not terrible.
And
You don't wear the hat.
yeah, and and living, operating primarily in the Mediterranean area and things like that. They've
So they wear khakis.
I mean, they're still people that wear the
Mm-hmm.
yeah, they have pants and shirts and things like that.
Right, okay.
They've gone. I mean, when they're wearing armor, okay, sure, they're going to wear the leather, the cuirass, boulet, and all the rest of that stuff because they were. And except that when they ran into the IDET, then they started putting on body armor. So yeah, it's they have flag vests and things like that over top of their uniforms. But anyways, so you guys are all dressed like that, with body armor and all this stuff, and wearing your Buck Rogers helmets on. Yeah.
Okay.
All right. So you guys, you go in, you walk into this big chattering, and by chattering I mean like the teletypes, the fax machines going, all that kind of stuff like that. The radar dishes, and it's basically the big command center that they have there at the base.
This reminds me of when I was young.
Yeah.
You're gonna see the big board.
Right. Well.
Yes.
Yes. The big board is still in deep underground somewhere. This is the little board for the local area. But anyways, yeah. And looking out some of the windows, you might actually see some of the buildings that are being repaired, that took damage and various things. You
Like the
also
hospital.
you also see, the hospital basically had to get torn down. I mean, they had a saucer crash down through at least two floors of that. From once you turned off, it's anti-gravity. So by blowing it up, remember?
Mm-hmm.
You guys fired missiles inside the open door. Anyways, the city is in a boon of construction and things like that. So, and you see
Brings job.
vehicles zipping around, and you don't see any saucers out on the outside, but they're probably inside of some of the really big hangars you see off at the airfield. All right, so you're led into the door to Colonel Bainbridge's office, and he comes up from behind his desk. He says, he looks around and he says, "Jason, good to see you."
Good to see you too, sir.
Yeah, and he looks around, and the rest of you, whoever you are, come on in. He looks all. He says, "Sherry all around, or bourbon all around. Looks like you could use it. Or whiskey."
I'll take a bourbon.
Okay,
Bourbon.
bourbon. Anybody else?
Whiskey is fine.
Whiskey.
Sorry.
Says, he says a rusky.
I
Polish,
would like
actually,
good
but
vodka.
fairly close.
Polish. Oh, all right.
Polish, yes.
Says he says I hear you you Earth primers are good friends with the Ruskies. He says it'd be nice if we could get there here, but we're well on our way now that we have a common threat.
Yeah, that's good.
Yes.
Says
Speaking
You
of
see
threat,
what it takes
no
to
one
unite the
thought-
planet.
We've had some really big peace conferences between us, and we can definitely say that we are in a state of detente, which is great because believe me, having those we still have those air raid sirens every day just in case that we get some extra solar threats. Anyways, sit down. He says, Captain, why don't you go get some food for these guys? Looks like they could use a good meal. Says, I'm assuming that from the looks of you guys that you've been through a harrowing experience, and only the U.S. of A can come to your aid. So what can Uncle Sam do for you?
Well, the alt platform for Earth Prime has been besieged by what are referred to as fringe pirates.
Okay, I'm assuming that they're not on big sailing ships, right?
No, they raid platforms and
Okay.
planets and portals that they can get into.
Okay, so you got some kind of a
Armed force basically occupying the alternate platform going to Earth.
okay, now is there some kind of fleet of fringe pirates?
Well, what I've been told is, and I relay the information of how many armored vehicles there were identified, what happened with the portal attacking the team that went through to investigate.
So your portals actually attacked you. I mean,
That's what the story is. I'm not quite sure I
recognize you
understand.
as a friend. I would have thought that since they let you through and only you special people through, it would recognize you and not attack you.
Hey, this is all news to us too, so.
Right. Well,
And it's not
okay.
verified that it happened, so.
So I mean, let me just ask you a couple basic questions. Is have you ever heard of fringe pirates operating in a large scale type operation?
Have I?
No.
No, I
Most
haven't.
you've ever seen is like two of them. Two of these
All
armored.
we've ever heard of is like a small groups.
So there's a large, let's call them expeditionary force that has gone and laid siege to, I assume, Earth Prime, right?
Appears.
Okay.
Yes.
So I got to ask, do you know why? I mean,
Not a clue.
why do they have a Jones? A, why do they have a Jones for you guys? And B, why now?
I honestly have no idea. Our information is extremely limited on what we've been able to find out.
When you guys run, as you apparently run into them before, what's happened?
Other teams have.
And what happened?
I don't know because.
Well, did you guys? I mean, did they attack you, your teams?
You would have to tell me, Bruce. We have
Okay.
never told us what happens.
Right. Okay. So, all right, a little bit of history here. Okay. The few time they have shown up from time to time. Okay. Most of the time, you've seen them coming out of a portal, and that was already open. Yeah. And when they saw you, they basically saw anybody else. They basically turned and went off in the direction of the closest portal to a highway, to a road. They did not directly engage you, and IDET, as a rule, doesn't attack people on the
Right.
fringe unless there is aggressors. Okay, there have been a couple of times on planets where you got where a team was exploring a planet and a group of as they say, some pirates came through, and at which point the pirates basically said, "Leave, or we'll kill you. This is our territory." And at which point the team, if they could, left. Okay, there has been one case of where they did fight the pirates and managed to disable one of their vehicles and kill some of them, but they got driven off by the remaining vehicle. Basically, the remaining ones just started hosing everything. And that vehicle, basically, they grabbed up their dead and essentially fled back to the portal. So, but you got the feeling that some of these portals that you guys have been on some of these platforms may be considered to be territory that the pirates. They've never been willing to negotiate over it. They've always just simply said, "This is ours." And with IDET going around and locking down all the portals, maybe this has caused a problem with the pirates, saying these guys are locking down our hunting grounds, our where our sheep are, where we go fleece them, and they've been biding their time and drawing their plans against, and this may be their response. But they're saying, "You can't do that. We will show you what happens when you try."
Well, I let him know what we know about the pirates. I don't know if I would
Right.
go so far as to explain them biding their time and stuff like that, because
Right. Yeah, they are non-communicative, other than to basically rattle their sabers. They have modern weapons, and a lot of times they seem to show up from the system platform direction. Some people think that they might actually have some bases on some star platforms. They're not sure, and they definitely, but. So that's basically what you know for sure. And
non-communicative, non-communicative, and hostile.
Yeah, aggressive and
Aggressive.
and jealous of their territory.
And territorial. Yeah. That's
Territorial. Yeah. So, all right, and so
they're wombats.
They've basically taken over the, as far as you know, because you only can see it from the standpoint of going along the connector between all the nodes to the alts. As far as you know, they are occupying the with a fairly large force, but not great. I mean, it's not even a.
I wouldn't call it an army. I'd call it a large force.
Well, I'm saying is it's not even. What would a captain be over as far as a?
Well, a captain's over a company normally, and that's
Company.
around 90 to 100 and some people. So.
Right. So you're not even sure that there's even a company's worth of them. Okay. It's just the fact that they essentially have the high ground and they have this thing where the portals are protecting them and assaulting you, and you have no idea what's going on back at Earth Prime. I mean, it could be,
there's no communications.
There could be
on the pathway. They could be on the platform itself. Who knows?
There could be a lot more of them there than you saw the alt.
The Earth Prime platform, which leads to all the locations on Earth, that was pretty well defended and built up, wasn't it?
Yes.
We just didn't do a whole hell of a lot with the alt platform.
Right.
Whereas the other groups are from the alt platform, so they expand out and fortify those. Am I incorrect in my thought process there? Except for Matt Demka, which is both. They do the alternate and they have a little bit on the alt platform and a lot on their prime platform.
They've literally built themselves a castle on their platform.
Right.
Yeah, they're taking a very defensive standpoint of
I was under the impression that's what Earth was doing as well. I mean,
Earth has issues because more than one group on Earth is claiming the ability to be fringeworthy explorers. So what they were doing was primarily building what they were in the process of what some people were referring to as the donut of death. However, it was still being constructed. It was, I mean, it's not, it's slow going. Okay, put it that way. Because money isn't being allocated for that purpose. The UN has been advocating for protective type stuff, but mostly they've been spending all their money on Hatsumi base and on the fringeworthy themselves, that kind of thing. So there hasn't been that much money being spent on the defenses, because they pretty much figured that that the other members of the alien corps would stop any incursion coming down the Fringe Pass. Okay?
Somebody else will deal with it.
Well, I mean, they thought they would be attacked from the borders at 6, positive 6 and negative 6, and as they worked their way down, they would be, there would be some indication, that this was coming, and then they could mount a better defense, But yeah, it's they were not prepared for this. They were not prepared to defend Earth Prime or the alternate platform against a concerted attack. And of course, you still are missing a lot of information. So as to what's actually happening. All right, so that's what you tell him, and and he looks and he says, "Wow," he says, it sounds like they caught you, with your pants down.
Kinda.
Yeah. So, and I'm not in your position. I mean, I don't know how many fringeworthy you have that aren't part of your exploration teams that would be available to do that kind of construction work on the things. But
I couldn't tell you numbers. I have no idea.
Yeah. So
I mean, I've spent less time on Earth than I have elsewhere. So
right. So it's, I mean, it always seemed to us that the biggest problem that your whole IDET thing is that you just don't have enough people.
I think that's the case for all fringeworthy individuals.
Yeah.
I mean,
well,
have you guys been able to find any here?
we uh, uh, we have like we have one person who's going around looking for them. Okay, but most of our efforts have been entirely oriented toward building up a defense against orbital attack.
Right.
We've been taking all the saucers that we had that we captured, and have been basically turning them into a at least an orbital
Defense
um,
force.
not defense, more like a scout, like a early warning. If something came into orbit, cloaked in some fashion, that they're up there, and they do have some weapons that have we have been able to build some better weapons, but we're really just we're really based on the idea of basically nuclear weapons that we can use because long range orbital defense type beam weapons and things like that, just we don't have that technology yet, though we're working on it. It's definitely under, and we've been building up our normal defenses, basically what we have. We have more missiles, all those missiles that were aimed against each other, Russia and us. Okay, they're now tasked to basically flatten any beachhead that might be discovered. Okay, and of course, we do have if they do have any kind of smaller craft, we do have fighter jets, and they are outfitted with beam weapons that can be used to attack smaller vessels like the size of the landing saucers. But the big motherships, we're still counting on basically orbital nuclear platforms as the primary thing. So we have a burgeoning space force, cooperative group between us, the Chinese, and the Russians. Of course, with NATO, of course, in charge of those operations. So we've been really busy. Okay, but the biggest problem we have is basically being able to tool up for is the production of effective weapons, and so Ambassador Jane and Ambassador Dix have been very good at basically being able to work with our existing technologies to be able to build weapons, because as you remember, they made them for you guys when you first arrived. So we've certainly been tooling up with those, making those available for armed forces, for domestic police forces, but they're basically currently just squads of of special weapons types. You can see, with the army, of course, but also like the police. It's like their special military squad in the.
What year was it here?
This is the 1965.
Very familiar.
Yeah, this when that's when Barbarella was released. That's why she came as Barbarella, as Jane Fonda. 1968. 1968, and of course, the real President Nixon has in fact been elected as wrongfully. And he's shaking his head wrongfully, because he was a because of the Dicks saving us.
Did they have a Kennedy here or not?
What do you mean a Kennedy?
Did John F. Kennedy get assassinated here or
Yes,
not?
yes, he did.
Hello, French cat.
Mm.
Yes,
Bye, Fringe Cat.
yes, and
So I guess my question is, I know you don't have personnel that can help us.
okay.
Do you have equipment that can help us?
Well, what can we give you that would help you? Because for
Patent
what
tanks?
you want tanks?
Yeah, I
Okay.
mean, you should have the M48 right now, right?
Okay. Uh,
Even a few leftover Grant tanks from World War II would help.
The Shermans?
Yeah, sure. Yeah, those two.
yeah, production. The M48 patent tank was unveiled in 1952, and so they're actually out of production. They've been out of production for 7 years.
What
They
did they
should have
replace
plenty
them
as
with?
army surplus.
I don't remember what they replaced them with. The
M60,
M60?
M60, M60. Chuck thinks. Looking it up right now.
Yeah. The M47 patent was the direct replacement, and that was considered a stopgap measure developed to replace the M46 during the Korean War, and then it was replaced by the M48.
Right.
Right.
So, and
M60
then
started going to Army Europe in December 60.
Oh,
They
okay. So they
deployed
have the
them in the
60.
Gulf War.
Yep. Yeah, I mean, they're still in use.
Yeah, a
Coastal
lot of
National
countries
Guard
still
units still
use
have
them.
them.
Yeah, Chrysler. Yeah, the tank plant. That's where my in real life. That's where my dad worked at the tank plant where they made the M60.
yeah,
Oh, that's cool. Twice left.
yeah, that was
So it looks like the M60A1 would be the newest tank built in 62.
yeah, it had concerns about reliability, weight, and high round counts apparently. So, all right, no, that's something else. Okay, all right. Um,
Why are we not pulling up Wikipedia anymore when I search for things? Oh, it's AI mode, that's why.
There you go.
Wiki, 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 wiki. Well, if we can get some tanks, I mean, that would be
yeah,
great. I
yeah,
mean, there's
that
four of
was,
us.
yeah, that came
We could
out
drive four tanks.
in 1959. So yeah, they definitely have these. They
Jump the
became
forward.
the primary battle tank during the Cold War, and
Yeah,
so
they were
anyway,
around from like 1960 until
right.
19
So anyways, they're
current.
like, okay, so let me check something here, which is what is are these diesel or are they gasoline?
I believe they're diesel. Let me look. Engine, conventional AVDS, blah, 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 air-cooled twin-turbo diesel engine,
Okay,
V12, 750 bhp.
all right,
General Motors, cross-side, single stage
okay.
with 2 forward
So
and 1 reverse gear.
right, of course, the one problem here is that they do have, you know, they're diesel, but they're probably, you know, they'd have to be converted to run on, you know, to run on the fringe paths with no electricity.
Not
So
not the problem.
not the
How
problem.
long will that take?
Yeah,
Mm.
That would be quite an interesting sight to see driving path.
On the fringe path, yeah, I agree.
Yeah, I can't ask Google, how long does it
What does
really
it take to chain transfer an
Yeah, yeah,
M60
to a
tank into a fringe path?
non-electrical diesel. Yeah. So anyways, that's
Well,
a
let's
good question.
see.
All right, so this is something that you definitely, Mike, you'd have to get your hands in there to help talk about, and also the some of the techniques you guys used and things like that, just
Okay.
and it's the I mean, you could probably the most important thing is it'd probably be a situation where you would want this thing to they might not be able to put a starter in to get it to go, but they might be able to get it so that it works without needing electrical power to the heat spot, like I said. But getting it started without an electric starter, that might be a real problem. So if you can get this thing going on world and then drive it onto the fringe paths and drive it down and use it in its operation and never turn it off, then it probably wouldn't be too hard to do.
Mm-hmm. No, not too hard.
So it says that these engines were made with the pack concept that integrated the engine, transmission, other components into a single removable unit. So that's kind of a good and bad thing, which But all right. Anyways, that would be probably what to say. So you want tanks? You guys know how to drive tanks?
Hmm.
I have drive.
Have you ever driven a tank?
Well, in the time that they're converting a couple, we could all be training on driving the tanks.
Yes.
Right.
Yes.
Okay. So, and any of you guys ever fired a gun on a tank?
I know for a fact I have
not.
not.
No, that would be a no.
I've had some familiarization with it, but again,
Okay.
that would take some training as well.
Okay, so it sounds like you guys. So you come to me, and what you want is you want me to give you some tanks. How many tanks do you want? How many tanks do you think it would take to defeat these fringe pirates? And how many people do you have to use for this?
Well, once we get the tanks to where we need to get them to, we could probably get crews for them. Is the thing.
Yes.
I think that what you should probably do is you should probably go and get the crews and bring them here and let them train along with you, so that you're not trying to explain things to them when the tanks show up.
That's a good idea too. That's a better idea. Okay. Mike, do you want to stay here and work on tanks, or do you want to come with us and go to get?
No, I'll get them all converted by the time you get back.
Well, probably not.
And how many tanks did you say you wanted?
3 or 4.
So we'll say 4.
Yeah, I want 3. No, I want 4. It's.
Well, I mean, if they won't give us 4, then 3 will do. But
I'm just.
he's like 4 tanks, M60 tanks is not a big deal. This is the U.S. Army. Okay, we have aircraft.
Well, I'd say 10, but I mean, I really don't think we could do it.
Of aircraft. Okay,
that's true.
We have.
Unfortunately, we can't take any aircraft with us.
Yeah, we have nuclear missiles. Okay, we have
nuclear vessels.
Missiles.
Them too.
Missiles.
Angelica is now
all right.
He doesn't get the joke. He says, "Really, it's not a big deal." Okay, I was afraid you were going to go and try to get your hands on some of the some of our converted grav vehicles.
No, they won't work on the fringe path.
Right. Well, yeah, I'm glad of that because we need them here.
No, I agree with you. That's why I'm asking for something that's a little more primitive, but suitable for what we need.
I mean, you did take one with you, remember?
I did.
So where's that?
We didn't take one of yours. We took a different one.
Oh, that's right. You didn't take one of theirs. Okay, never mind. You just took some regular some of their guns, which is fine because, like I said, that's one thing that they are hard at work at producing is more of those energy weapons, the blasters, the
right, because they don't have to go on the fringe paths with them.
Well, it's true, and it's very helpful to them not having to do that.
Right.
Yeah, so we have we've got disruptors, we got laser cutters, we got stunners, and we got blasters.
No, good. Yeah,
Yeah.
those laser cutters are really
Excellent.
handy. We'll have to bring you an anti-plant weapon too, so you guys can work on that.
What?
I'll explain it later. If we live through this, we'll get you one.
Cool.
You ever encounter killer tomatoes?
Yeah.
Because
Mhm.
the things are heating up over in
Bend, Oregon.
in the we're still very concerned about the spread of communism, in Southeast Asia. So it'd be nice.
You really shouldn't get involved in a land war in Southeast Asia. I mean, that's just a bad idea.
Did anybody give them an Earth Prime history book?
Yeah.
I'm surprised you haven't
Afghanistan,
tried.
just stay away from Afghanistan.
Yeah, you got to worry. You show them certain pieces of information, and they're going to be like, "This looks an awful lot like propaganda."
Although
You know, your President Eisenhower did warn about the military-industrial complex. Good advice.
Well, our military industrial complex is doing big business these days.
Yes, and it certainly is.
I am of the firm belief that all of you are
Anywho,
crazy.
really, what do you guys want with a bunch of banana farmers, anyhow? So,
all right.
Vietnamese
Okay.
people be
So,
Vietnamese people.
yeah. So, Mr. Mike over there.
Yeah, Mike Sadowski. Good to know you.
Mr. Sadowski will be heretofore referred to as Specialist Sadowski.
Oh,
Special lips.
Specialist Sadowski, and
okay.
and the rest of you can go back to your other space and go tell your friends that the U.S. Army is on the job of rescuing, Earth, another Earth.
Okay. The other thing I was going to suggest was bazookas with anti-armor rounds and anti-personnel rounds, and well, let's throw in a flamethrower or two because they're fun. But we need a truck to be able to bring back a crew because all we have is a little Jeep.
Yeah, a M113 would do just fine.
Or, even just a 2.5 ton truck.
2.5 ton, yes, that is correct.
But deuce.
That would be interesting.
Deuce and a half.
I think
we lost Bruce.
Okay.
Oh, there he is.
Again, well then, Specialist Sadowski. I'm looking at my notes. I'm not looking at my screen.
Oh.
Specialist Sadowski. You better get over to the motor pool and make sure you can get a vehicle that they can drive on your.
Okay,
I guess it depends. I wonder if they have
your weird space.
Yeah, weird space. I just wondered. Well, I don't want to take away resources from the people. Since we're already taking people away, I don't know if they have. Maybe they have a truck we can use, but I want to get there and go. Oh, we need a truck. Let's go back.
Yeah, not good.
Yeah, you guys are going to have to tell the guys over. You might want to mention the fact is that that there was only one small door into the area where the portal was, and maybe they need to enlarge that so a truck can actually drive through that.
I thought he would know how big the door was.
Who?
Colonel
Bainbridge?
Yeah.
Yeah, he might have a note on it, but he probably doesn't have that like in the front of his mind.
So I noticed you just had a man door going to the portal.
Yeah. It's always been like that.
Well, I know, but if we get a tank, how are we going to get the tank through?
It would be the same thing. They're going to have a big enough opening.
Right. That's what I'm saying. I'm telling him that. I'm like, we only have a man door going out. We need to get a tank through that, though.
Well, it sounds like we need to make a bigger door.
Yes.
I agree.
Okay.
All right.
And burst through. All right, Captain.
That's the one thing you never tell an American. No, you can't do it.
Yeah, Captain. See to that. Captain says, "Yes, sir."
just picturing George C. Scott,
Yeah.
Dr. Strangelove on this whole thing.
Yeah, get it done. Yeah. So, anyway, so yeah,
You can't come here, you'll see the big board.
yeah, you see,
Oh yeah.
yeah, that was hilarious. Anyways, okay, so basically Mike's busy. They're going to go and enlarge the opening to the portal. They've been keeping it small up till now for obvious security reasons, but there's a
Right.
reason to make it bigger. So I guess they're going to have to replace it with a really big armored door now. But in the meantime, they will. They're already doing a lot of work. With under building up supports and drilling and stuff like that. And, in that train area, anyways, in the subway area. So
Well, they're going to want to be able to trade and get resources and whatnot. So just forward thinking.
probably not, but yeah, okay. I mean, you
They might need something.
you haven't offered them anything that they didn't already have there on their own planet. So
Well, give us time. Let's deal with this
Yeah.
situation, and we'll make offers.
yeah. Now the thing, and most of the things, I mean, most of the stuff that you'd want to offer them would probably be like things that would be rather smaller, like communication units and high tech stuff like that.
You know, like communications and MRI machines and CAT scans and stuff like that.
Not the
Those are all
Vikings.
relatively, yeah. Well, they haven't got to that yet. Okay.
No, they haven't. But
No.
you know what, sir? You save Earth Prime, they're going to be really in your debt. That's all I have to say.
I love it when
Absolutely.
people are in my debt.
Don't you?
Yep,
It's a
absolutely.
good thing, right?
It's a good thing. All right. So good luck with your pirates. Kick him in the Jolly Roger.
Oh, definitely, sir.
All right. So
I'm military. I know how to deal with him.
right.
Okay.
Anyways, anybody want to ask for a takeout box? Because they actually gave you some really good food. Nice
I will.
roast beef sandwiches and
Since we don't have any supplies right now.
Oh yeah.
Yes, please.
Hell yeah.
To the motherfucking yeah.
Oh, jeez.
Doesn't Gandalf have any experience? He's military, isn't he?
Yeah, Gandalf's ex Special Forces.
You know how to drive a tank? You know how to shoot tank guns?
I don't think he's ever done that.
Yeah, you can.
Well,
Like I said,
that's
I
important
had
piece of
some
information to
familiarization
know.
with it.
That's important information to know, Gandalf, because in this game system that we don't have separate things for different kinds of vehicles. So it's pretty much does your background support this? If it does, then pretty much you get to do what you want to do. So you're basically saying you haven't done it, which means you need to train on it. But after that, you should add it to your character sheet saying, I have experience in driving these kinds of vehicles. So
Awesome.
I actually have driven a tank before.
I myself, I've fired a tank gun before.
Well, there you go.
character hasn't.
No.
Okay. All right. So you guys are heading back. All right. And so we're going to go ahead and Mike, you're going to get to work on after you got to work on getting a vehicle for them. And roll me a a D10.
Okay. Searching. Just had one too. Damn it. Okay. 7.
Okay. Now roll me a repair check.
Okay. 4.
4. Okay. So it takes you 17 hours to get this truck working properly. So they have to
Well,
go
I
out
guess
and
we'll
get
get a go box
parts.
and a nap.
Yeah. So you guys, unless you want to basically go back to the portal, go over and talk to the guys over at Pax Romana, which you can do. All right, and then saying we got this, the Mike's going to have a vehicle for you in 17 hours.
Yeah, but they don't have anybody on Pax Romana that are cringeworthy, right? They sent them all to the other
except for a very small security
Right.
force. Yes. Yeah.
So you're saying is go up ahead of him and he'll show up with the truck.
No, I'm just saying you might want. Well, that's also possible. He could drive through with the truck and pull over to Pax Romana and poke his head through and say, "Hey," and then the rest of his body goes through because you can't just do that. Says, "I got the truck here." Yeah.
I thought
I
we were
mean,
going to
where
Pax Romana people from -1 rather than. I was under the impression that the Pax Romana people that were Fringeworthy on Pax Romana that they weren't really willing to go because they didn't go with the advanced group anyway.
No, I'm saying that the people, the Fringeworthy that they had, okay, that were explorers or and were part of their their security force, they basically stripped down to a skeleton crew of security. That's why they're bringing up the army on the outside of the cave in case somebody tries to go through the cave. But those all people went down to -1.
Right.
They're all down there, trying to figure out a plan for what they're going to do and try to get as much information as possible and make a plan. So you guys are busy doing your thing. So I'm just saying is that you can go back and tell them what's going on, what was promised, and things like that. I don't think it's going to change them being willing to give more Fringeworthy people to you.
Oh, okay. I see what you're saying.
It's
So what I'm thinking is, and you guys chip in, is that we go back. I agree with Bruce. We go over, we tell them what's up, and then we can head to -1 and see if we can rally troops to be able to have a contingent ready to come back and train on the tanks. Find out
that would
that
be
way
a
we'll
very
have more
Yeah.
information about what's going on. So
I think that'd be a very good idea because that's where you're going to find all the people that are going to be in these tanks that you're talking about.
Right.
All right. So
we'll do that.
okay. So all right. So at some point,
Literally
Yes.
pop our heads into Pax Romana and say, "Hey, we got tanks coming. They're working on them. We're gonna go get crews from -1."
okay,
And then
Alright.
proceed all the way through.
right,
And then
and
go
then
back.
And then proceed
and
over,
then
and then go back
you're going to drive on down,
to -1.
and then you might want to leave a message. Have you told Mike? You haven't told Mike this, right? Or are you going to tell
No,
the people?
we would probably just discuss it before he went off to go work on the trucks.
Didn't sound that way, but
Well,
like
then he's
went
going to
off.
work on trucks, and I don't want to distract him. So
I'm just saying remember, don't try to make it too complicated. You can go through the portal, tell the people there guarding the portal on Detroit World
we can do that.
to contact
Dear Mike,
specialist
went to fight the
Sadowski
war without
and tell
you.
them this information, and they'll like, oh yeah, sure, pick up the phone, they'll call.
Okay,
So
we'll
it can
do that.
happen. So you guys go through, and of course, have that whole same problem again with your data buddies going wacky on you.
Yeah, so we're feeling ill again.
Yeah. So,
And
anyways,
I read a note. Dear Mike, off to -1. Don't eat all the shrimp. Love
Don't
and
eat all
kisses.
the shrimp.
And who just left?
No one just left.
No,
That was me. My
Mike.
camera got frozen.
right.
Oh.
Okay.
That's
Oh,
Mike.
welcome
So,
back.
All right. So while you guys are doing that,
No, I
you're
can
gonna go
still hear
down
you. I just,
and do your conscription of people on -1 who are going to be very surprised to hear. They're like, they're going to say, so where were you exploring? Because some people are like I thought you were exploring, positive, something, and
Long,
Okay,
very
do we
long
want to
story.
play that out?
they're gonna have, so you can have fun talking to them about what's happened with you guys. I'm gonna go back to Chen
Yeah,
Wei.
I figured.
All right.
Figured Chen Wei's busy being a.
Yeah, Chen Wei.
Captive.
So this guy, is coming up behind you to
hey,
go and
first of all, as I was asking in the chat, I didn't buy Dodge. Can I buy it now, or do I have to wait for the next session?
if you have an advance that you haven't spent, you can use it now.
Okay.
It's just
because I actually have multiple advances, so this would make a big difference in this. A big difference.
Okay, if you think so. All right.
Okay. Okay. So
Everybody
when
was kung fu fighting.
I don't know if now okay, now next thing. Is there such a thing as readying in action?
As far as being able to get the drop, go before somebody, wait until this happens, then you're going to do this.
Right.
Okay. If someone is in a guarded position, like coming up behind you, expecting you to do something, then no. If you want to say something like, well, if this happens, then I'm going to do
Okay.
this without having to, so it's no, you're still going to have to roll initiative,
Okay.
basically.
Okay. Next question.
'Cause these people are expecting you to try
Yeah.
something.
Okay. If I can do this, I don't know if you'll let me do this, but the round before the guy gets to me, I want to use deflection, which would look like I'm taking a martial arts stance. So it wouldn't I would not be obeying him when he says, turn around, but I would not be making a hostile move as in attacking either.
Okay, the guy
I
we have
so
two automatic weapons on you, and he says,
I
"What are
so
you doing?
I
Surrender or I'll shoot you."
okay, have I done this?
You take some position, okay, and he sees you, and he says, "Okay, if
Okay,
you
Bruce, I'm gonna
don't."
have to roll to see if I successfully do this. I
Okay, go
successfully
ahead.
do this.
I'm assuming you're using some kind of your key power.
I'm using the key power. It's what I described as like, knocking arrows out of the air, but it's deflection. I'm actually deflecting attacks.
Okay, but you're taking a position to do this, and
I'm
he's
taking like a martial arts stance.
okay. He's telling you. He says, "Look," he says, he says, "Either you surrender or we fill you full of holes. What's your choice?"
Okay. How close is the guy approaching me to me? Because I want to do it just before he approaches me.
Um, well, if you're going to do it just as he reaches you, is that the idea?
I
You
need
went
to do
down
it.
on your.
I need to do it just before, but I mean I can.
I told you that he told. Did you get down on your knees and cross your legs and put your hands behind your back, and at which point he was going to finish approaching? And you have done this or not?
Okay, I have not. I have not done this. So he
Okay,
does
then
not.
he is at least he's at least 15 feet away at this point, telling you to do
Okay,
this.
how far can I move and around?
You can move 30 feet.
Okay, first of all, I'm going to play my cards, which adds half my smarts die to all attacks and damage rolls, which would be +4.
Nice.
And then I'm going to
Okay.
go and I'm going to run up to him and I'm going to attack him.
Okay. Well, let's roll initiative here because otherwise they're going to they're going to open up on you if you start running toward them. So let's see what happens.
My martial
Okay,
arts
so
instructor always
this
said
is
if you
your
had a gun on you,
and
miss
And
this is your
since I also just bought quick and level-headed, since I have 4 advances, give me 2 cards and redraw 5 or less.
okay. So you have a 9. Okay. They have an ace and a 4. The guy that's closest to you has an ace. So he is going to fire on you because you suddenly started moving toward him.
Okay, well, it's -6.
All right.
No, sorry, it's not a -6. It's a -4.
Okay. 1 second while I pull up some dice here. Dice.
read your card.
27. He hits. Okay, cool.
All right.
Card.
I did use my card.
What he's
Yes.
doing. Yeah, that's where we got the minus and the bonuses.
My headset cut out again.
The minus for hitting me is because of the dodge and the deflection. The bonuses from the card are for attack and damage if I manage to get an attack off.
All righty. Well, the good news is there were no explosions. You say it's a -6 to hit you?
No, it's a -4. It's -2
-4.
from the dodge and improved dodge,
Okay.
and it's another
One
-2 from the
one
deflection.
bullet hits you.
Okay.
Okay. So,
I didn't know there was an improved dodge.
oh yeah. All right. And, and that is a total of 10 points.
Okay. Hold on. That's looking up what my toughness should be here. Well, toughness would be 6, and any armor that I have. So what's the bonus for just standard?
Environmental suit is 2.
Okay, so that would be 8. So I take 2 damage from that, which I guess
Which
that would
means you're
shake me.
which means you're shaken, and you can since it's now and he is going to
Can I?
uh,
I guess I can't soak that. Um,
no, you can't soak it. However, you can use a Benny to remove the
yeah,
condition
yes, I will do
if you
that.
don't make a spirit check on your turn. Okay.
Okay.
So all right, and he is backing up away from you. Okay, which means that he is basically going through the portal.
Okay.
All right. So you're rushing toward him. He is he's running backwards. He goes through the portal. It's now your initiative. You're currently running toward him, and like I said, there's the guy. By the way, you can if you do want to run. He was doing a normal move. If you want to run, you can add the running thing to you, but it will.
Okay. I'm sort of screwed because if I'm shaken and I can't remove it until next round,
No,
which
it's
means
this
I
is
can't.
it's your turn. You can now
Oh,
remove
okay. In
it.
that case,
Okay,
yeah,
then
I will.
stop. Okay, just be
Okay,
cool.
okay. I
Okay, all right.
misunderstood that turn
I
round.
understand it. Just be cool.
Okay.
Go ahead and give me a spirit check. If you roll an 8 or better, then that means that you can act normally. If you
Okay.
fail, then it would be a good idea to spend one of your bennies to take the shaken condition away, so you can
Spirit
act
check.
normally.
The spirit check fails, so
Okay, so do you probably want to use a
I
benny
spend the
to.
Benny. Yes.
Okay, so now you can act normally. All right, so
Okay.
now you've got the one guy who's who's basically aiming inside the barrier to shoot you with his with his gun. Okay, and the other guy has gone through the portal. If you want to, you can go through the portal too,
No.
and chase him down. If you want to catch him, you're going to have to um, run to catch him.
Okay. No. I'm gonna get some key blast off at the guy who's um at the barrier and shooting at me.
Okay, the guy is at the edge of
Yes.
the roadway. Okay,
This um this um unfortunately that's a 1 on my regular die, which means I'm shaken because that's how psionics works. You get a 1, you're shaken. But I got 2 attacks off on him first. Um
okay,
that's 5 points, which probably doesn't do anything.
well,
And that's 5 points again, which probably doesn't do anything.
yeah, you probably should have tried to target his face, his head, rather than going to center of mass. Okay,
So
so basically you hit him twice. Okay, and you still have movement. It
I'm
doesn't
gonna
look good right now. It's not good for you.
obviously I want to try to move into a place where some of the barriers between me and him.
Okay, so you want to jump on the other side of a barrier and using it as cover, right?
Yes.
Okay, so That would be the one on the one on the
Well, he
left.
said one guy went through the portal, so there's only
I
one
know.
guy.
No, okay, listen to me, all right? It says there, remember from your standpoint, from the outside, it was like this. Okay, this guy over here on the right is still aiming at you, so you want to jump on the other side of the concrete barrier, the one to the left. Okay,
Yeah.
right? Is that correct?
Yeah.
Okay,
Yes.
all right. Um, and um, and which you can do. And are you just going to hunker down, or are you going to try to move? Because you got a certain amount of movement you can still do.
I'm gonna try to move so that the barriers between me and him.
Okay, but I'm saying is that you just want to go
I
to
am
the
not going
closest.
to. I am not going to run through the portal if that's what you're asking.
No, I'm not asking that. I'm asking you, are you could be at the middle of the concrete barrier on one end, the other end?
I will
What?
do just whatever I have to get cover from him.
Okay, so all right. So basically you just run around the end of it,
Yeah.
close to the middle of the fringe path. Okay.
Yeah.
All right. Okay. All right. It's his turn. He was last, and he is going to okay. All right, that is an 11.
With a -4 to
And
hit.
what?
With a -4 to hit.
Okay, then that would be a 7. But like you were just kind of hunkered down there. So what is the
7
-4?
plus. Well, -2 for dodge, -2 for deflection, plus whatever the barrier gives me.
Okay. All right. So you need to listen to what's happening. Okay. So what's happening is a grenade bounces down on the fringe path next to near where you are. Okay. And it's going and it's going to go off. And I'm not sure how your deflection would help you in that case, since
Well, it would protect. It would keep you from being hit by area of effect attacks as well.
Okay.
It says it counts as armor against area of effect.
All right, good. It's because that's about to happen.
Um, I don't suppose it hits the other guy,
What other guy?
the guy who's shooting at me.
Okay, well, he actually didn't shoot at you. He basically pulled a grenade and threw it.
Oh, okay.
Okay, so he still has his gun. You're right now not looking at him because you're hiding behind a piece of concrete. But unfortunately, the grenade is on the side of the concrete that you are. So, why is this not listed properly? I believe it's. All right. Yeah. Okay. So it does 2d6. 5 points. Probably doesn't even get to your body armor.
Oh, okay. I don't need to ask that.
Okay. It says here targets within the blast radius must make a toughness roll to resist damage, suffering 1 wound for each step they fail by. That's news to me. Oh, okay.
How would it be points and that?
Well, it's saying that you take X amount of damage unless you're tough, and then if you fail your toughness roll, then you actually take wounds.
In addition to the damage?
Yeah, that's what it seems like. It seems kind of odd.
Doesn't make sense.
Well, okay. Let me see here. No, I don't think so. I think that's probably the later version of it. We're doing the deluxe. Okay, so yeah, 5 points. So I assume that doesn't get through your body armor.
No.
Okay. And 11 minus 4, right? That was 7.
Minus, yeah.
So that means that he didn't actually do an extra die of damage to you.
Right.
So yeah, so 5 points. Boom! Next to you. So this guy's throwing grenades. Okay. And so now it's a new round. You can assume the guy who went to the other side is getting help. So
I'm gonna need to make a zero check here because of the shaking.
right.
Um,
Well, first of all, you have to wait till it's your turn. So let's do. Here's your. Okay, so that's all right. So you have initiative. You have a 10.
okay, the spirit
And-
check fails, so I spend a third Benny, but I have lucky, so I have one more.
Okay, so you're
Um,
not shaken anymore. So what are you doing?
I'm gonna jump on this guy and I'm gonna wail on him.
All right, so you're going to run forward and attack this guy.
Yes.
Okay, so when you run forward to attack this guy, you don't see him. It looks like he basically pulled back underneath the underneath the portal, underneath the road surface after he threw the grenade.
Oh,
So are you gonna
go around? Can I go
you
under
can
the road?
try? Yeah,
Well, yes.
go. Give me a agility check
Um,
to flip around the road surface.
let me check. That's a 4.
Okay. So you flip around the other side and you see that there is this big elaborate contraption underneath here that has all these looks like these spring loaded arms designed to go up on the other side of the road surface, and they've got like these packages attached to them, and they come back to um, uh, you know to some lever, okay, that's on either side, and then of course there's the bottom part of the fringe path going through the portal. This guy is not there. It looks like he ran back through the portal.
Okay. In that case, what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna
Actually, I'll take that back. I'll take that back. He's still there, okay? And I need you to make a perception check.
you mean yeah,
Yeah, notice check.
perception in this case. That's a 5.
5. Okay. You notice that stretching out behind him seems to be a very thin, looks like it might be a wire or just really, really thin, like a piano wire that's stretching out. That's basically spooled on the ground next to him, and but it's also going through the portal, and he's there, standing up with his rifle ready to fire on you.
Okay. Does it seem like he's touching it without being harmed by it?
It looks to you like it's attached to him.
So it's actually helping him then.
You don't know. I mean, he for some reason he has a spool of wire on the ground. One part of it is attached on the other. The other end of it is apparently going through the portal.
Okay, Bruce, I'm gonna need a ruling. I want to grab the wire, but would I actually be able to think of that?
You're not over where he is. He's over like in the middle of the portal, a thing. He's not directly on the edge. He basically backed up because he's doing this. You might come after him or something. So he's basically standing there ready to attack you.
So he's too far away for me to grab the wire.
In the amount of time, I mean, you didn't say you were running, okay? You just moved to attack him, but when in the amount of movement you had, you basically were able to get around the other side, but you're at the edge of the road surface. don't have enough movement left to run over and attack him, okay, without it basically being a run, okay, in which case you can do that, but it's going to be an action, so everything's going to be a -2 as a result. If you wanted to basically get another, you can roll a d10 for some additional movement. Is that what you want to do, or do you want to be where you are right now? If you do that, you're going to be at a -2 on everything that you do.
Okay. Okay, Bruce, I'm gonna have to. I'm gonna need a ruling about whether I can think of this, because obviously, the player knowledge is going to affect this.
I don't know if you. I mean, you see this. I don't know if that tells you anything. Okay, so are you asking
At some
to
point, I'm going to figure out what it is and
okay.
decide that grabbing it is the best idea. But I can't decide that for myself because of player knowledge. So I'm asking you when I can figure this out.
I would say that you would be suspicious of why this is happening. Okay, that why this is an unusual situation where someone has a wire going from themselves through the portal. That's for some, and you didn't see the guy up on top with a wire going through the portal when he jumped up and ran through the portal. So that's all you know. I don't think you can decide what you want to do, but I'm just saying is that to make some kind of great leap of inspiration at this moment, I don't think you have that. So it's up to you to decide what you're going to do.
Okay, in that
If you
case,
if you think it's helping him, which would make sense because he did it, okay, then you can decide what you want to do about that.
okay, I'm gonna yeah, I'm gonna try to run to where the wire is. So I guess you say a D10.
Roll me a d10.
That's a 2.
Okay, so you can move 6 feet with your
Okay, and
running. That
I'm gonna
that will not get you. You can't
okay,
run far enough. Okay, so you're not there yet.
okay, okay. This is gonna put me in a situation where I'm obligated to screw myself over.
I'm not telling you what to do. You
Right,
can
but in order to
yeah.
act in character, I am obligated to screw myself over.
Oh, then do that. I mean, it's sometimes these things
Okay,
happen.
okay, I'm gonna throw a key blast at the wire.
And key blast affect inanimate objects.
Yeah.
It's a bolt. It'll affect inanimate objects. I successfully pull it
Alrighty.
off,
All right.
and
Go
I
ahead.
do 4 points of damage to the wire.
It laughs at you. Ah! Ha, ha, ha.
No, the
Fool.
portal fights back at me. At
Yeah.
least if I
So
lived through this, I probably figured it out at this point.
okay. So basically, you hit the key blast on the wire. The wire parts. Okay. And
And roll credits.
and the question is that is the portal going to interpret that as an attack
Right,
on
that's what I'm
him?
saying, and force to
I
screw myself
understand that.
over by attacking this wire.
Yeah. And
Portals have layers.
I'm going to say that I'm going to say that I think it doesn't.
Oh, okay, then good.
Okay.
Okay.
At which point it's his turn. Okay, and he proceeds to unload on you again for the first time, actually.
Yeah, well, um, minus -4, but then a +2 because of the running, so -2.
Yeah. Okay. All right. He's going to spend a Benny on this because he's a hero, actually. And that's slightly better. Um, yeah. Okay. So he hits a normal hit, and that's going to do much damage. A lot, because I just aced my die here. All right, so that's 18 points to your center section. So how much do you absorb?
The armor is against area of effect. So it's just any regular armor that I have, which would be
Just
toughness is 6 plus whatever the armor and the trash can lid give me. Armor would give me 2.
no, it should be four. If it's normal ballistic armor, is 4.
Okay, armor would give me 4, so that would be 10. So I take 8 points of damage, unless the trash can lid helps me.
We'll call it 7 because of the trash can lid.
Okay.
Okay. And so that means that you will take a wound, and you'll be shaken.
Yeah.
But it's just a wound, guy. You got 3 of them.
Okay.
All right. All right. So new initiative.
And I can't soak this.
You can soak it if you want to. Use your last Benny.
Yeah.
You're gonna be at a -1 to all your actions next round if you don't soak the wound.
Yeah, I'm gonna soak it.
Okay, so roll. It's a bigger check. You got to roll 4 or better.
Yeah.
If you roll 8, you're also not.
Yeah. No, that's a 4.
Okay, so you soak the wound, but you're still shaken.
Wait, I thought if you soak the wound, the shake goes away.
It except for the fact that he took a wound and he was shaken. It was 7 points. It was basically 7 points.
Okay. Was he shaken when he took the wound?
No.
I don't know. Maybe I'm
He didn't take
misunderstanding.
2
I don't know.
wounds. He just took. My understanding is that
Right.
he didn't take 2 wounds, so he didn't have to soak 2
Right.
wounds. He was just shaken as a result. He would have been shaken in any regard, but this basically is like, the fact that taking the wound away didn't remove the shaking condition because he'd taken additional damage.
I hope somebody has common bond and can give me a Benny.
Sure, I guess. Okay, so anyways, you've got a 10, and he has a king.
And I can't do anything because I'm shaken.
Well, if he shakes you again, he does another wound, but he's going to fire at you again.
Wait. Can you have level-headed and quick?
Oh, yes. And I did, but apparently it's not going to matter because I can't act because.
Well, you get 2 initiative cards and take the better of the 2, right?
He got a 10, and I went to a king. All right. So
alrighty. Okay, very good.
He's basically going to go and make an attack, and that was a 4. So that was that modified?
It's the last round of deflection, so it's a -4 to hit.
Okay.
Unless it's like a melee attack, in which case it's a -2 because the dodge doesn't apply to it.
Right. Okay. So. All right. So. All right. So that is 1 hit. And. And that is 15 points of damage. So that would be 5, which would basically be another. That would be another wound.
Well, no, because I soaked it, so it would be a wound.
Right. So you have another wound now. So might as well. So that's it.
Common bond, please. Please give me a Benny so I can soak
from a distance.
It's a it's an out of character thing. So
Yeah, common bond can be basically given to anybody. I don't see. I don't even think you even have to be there. It's a party thing.
Well, then take one.
okay, I will soak it.
Okay, try to soak it.
Um, now I roll the 11. Yeah, I soak it.
Okay. All right. So you don't. Basically, you've soaked all that damage, and also the shaken part of that, but you still have the original shaken. So you didn't actually take 2 wounds. Actually, you wouldn't have taken 2 wounds because it was only 4.
I didn't have the
So,
shaken. I did. Then I did.
oh, then you're fine, dude. You
Yeah.
got nothing.
Right, but there
Shaken,
now
but
it's
stirred.
now it's the end of the round, and we got to do next round.
Yep.
So,
No, he had initiative. It's your turn.
oh, okay then. I'm gonna I'm gonna attack him. First attack. Hold on. I assume he has no shield.
No, he's just standing there with a weapon.
Okay. This is gonna hurt because I just my D12 just exploded, so I got a 20 to hit him.
Okay, then that's
Um,
going to definitely hit with a raise.
okay, so
So with such a tremendous damage, first of all, tell
yeah.
me what
Well,
why don't you
actually,
narrate
that's
what
not
you just did to
damage.
this poor guy with a
That
20.
was the fighting roll. It wasn't damage.
I know with a 20 fighting roll. What did you just do to this guy?
I went. I went. Bang, bang, bang.
So you're punching him and that's it?
Yes.
Okay.
Yes.
I thought maybe you
So my
might like
damage
pick him
is
up and pile drive him into the ground, into the
no.
fringe path or
Well, that's
something.
even more fun.
Um,
Sure, yeah.
Just punching him is so
3,
boring.
8,
Elbow strike.
or it's 12 plus
Palm
the
heel strike.
raise. Okay, so
Go
that's
chop.
20. So that's 26 points of
Judo
damage.
chop.
Okay, he drops.
Okay.
Now what are you gonna do?
I Okay, can I throw his body out like where it'll get eaten by the fringe system?
Give me a strength check.
Uh,
You're in the middle of you have to throw him at least 15 feet, or you can move him. You can pick him, grab him, and move to
yeah,
the edge and
I'm
throw
gonna
him.
pick him up, go to the edge, and throw him.
Throw him off.
We've got a
Okay.
dark side
I
point.
only rolled a
He
4 though.
he spin. Well, it doesn't take much from that distance. If you're at the edge, he's 0G is like an inch away. So he goes spinning off into the into the distance. Starts being carried up by the air, but mostly he's spinning off.
Okay, then I'm gonna go to the portal, and
Okay.
I'm going to use the skip.
Okay.
And
You have
my
a you have a
crystal,
yeah.
my crystal use is better now.
So you have a crystal then.
Do I?
Do
Well,
you-
if I don't, then I
You
can't.
do.
Then I use it.
Okay.
My crystal use rolls a 7.
Okay. So the thing goes zoop, and you're gonna jump back, right? Jump out.
Yes.
Okay, so
Do
you
I?
jump through, you find yourself on the other side, and there's a guy laying down there, with a gun, and actually, no, you'd be on the top. Okay, so there, it basically there's a bunch of bodies laying out, and there's a guy, 2 guys on either side of you, with guns, surreptitiously, looking down the fringe path, and you're basically right in the middle.
I'm coming through the portal, so I will grab the portal with one hand, and I will fire on key blast. Well, I can't grab the portal. I have to go.
You can't grab the portal because
Yeah.
it's frictionless. But yeah,
Okay. As I'm coming through, can I shoot blast at him?
As you come through, sure. I mean, you were
damage.
running through. It's going to be just a second, but yeah, go ahead.
Okay, well, that's like successful. So, oh, give
Keep
me a
blasting
break.
one. Keep a blast at one of them, right?
Yeah, I mean, I did 2 points of damage. It's
Token.
useless. And plus the deflection has gone down. So all I can do is do they have like little strings connecting themselves to portals?
You can't see any because you're on the
Okay.
top.
Well, then I'm gonna jump on one of them.
So you're just going to run over and start attacking one of them.
Well, I already said I used the blast, so I can't attack him this round because that's another attack. But
Yes, you can. And remember, you're allowed multiple attacks.
well, it would be a -2, but
Yeah, it would be.
so then yeah, I'm gonna jump on one and hit him.
All right. At a -2.
Um,
Go ahead.
that's
He wasn't expecting it.
a 4 to hit him with a -2.
Okay. A four will miss him. He's got enough of a parry. That's not going to work.
Okay. Then I'm going to use the two-fisted ambidextrous attack on him, which is also at a -2, but since that's 18 -2, that's a 16 to hit him. I think I'll hit him.
I think you're right with an extra die of damage because you rolled
Yes.
way over his
7
at least 4 over his
his
parry.
Plus 4 is 14, plus 2 is 16 points.
Okay, 16 points. He's going to try to soak that. Okay, that was a double 1. So he fails and cannot use any more bennies on that. So you said 16 points?
Yes.
Okay, so he takes 1 wound and he's shaken.
Okay, and my hold on, and two-fisted.
Definitely not an extra.
Hold on. Oh no, that wouldn't be. I already used two-fisted. That would be frenzy and improved frenzy. So I get another attack on him, but there's no wild die on this, and that attack misses.
Okay.
And,
all right. Okay, so it's a new round. I'm basically going to let you have that round as a surprise round because they weren't expecting that.
Okay.
All right, so here's king, ace, queen. Oh, second guy's got the joker. All right, he's got the joker. He's definitely going to go first. Okay, so he basically jumps up and fires at you, even though he might hit his buddy.
Do I get cover with his buddy being there?
No, you're kind of on top of him. He's mostly underneath.
I was gonna say.
Okay, well, the deflection is gone, so it's -2.
All right. All righty. So one hit on you. And that is pathetic. You only get hit once for 3 points of damage.
Well, 3 points of damage is going to hurt me. So.
Oh, actually, no. I rolled. That was he's got the joker, so it was actually a +2. So so it actually was an 8. So it does get an extra die of damage. 4 points of damage.
Well,
That's
okay,
Oh,
1
man.
plus 1 plus 1 plus 1.
okay. That's
Wow.
a pathetic joker.
That
Guess
is a
that's a
pathetic
joke.
joker. That is a
Um,
pathetic joker, unfortunately. Okay, so
okay,
anyways,
so,
you're
so
next. You're the guy you're beating on.
yeah, the guy
He's
I'm beating on.
he's taken
Okay,
1 wound, and
I
but he's
attack
still
him with
there.
I attack him with a 4. I don't know if that's gonna hit him. Sorry, with a
No,
5,
no, that's not going to get past his parry.
even though he's shaken.
Oh, he is shaken. So the answer to that is you get a +2 because he's shaken, and he still is shaken. You can still parry when you're shaken, I believe. Hold on a second here.
Yes.
It's been a while. Yeah. So yeah, he can still, but you get a +2 to your attack because he's shaken.
Okay.
Does
You
that?
should.
So what's the total there then?
That would be 5 plus 2 is 7.
7. Okay. That's not going to get him. He's got an 8.
Okay. So two-fisted ambidextrous. That
Okay.
fails. With a 3. Actually a 4. Um, and frenzy and improved frenzy. That also fails with a 4.
Wow, we're doing so well here. Okay. Uh, all right. So you done?
Um, yeah. Did this guy try to attack me?
He's gonna. It's not. He hasn't had his turn yet.
Okay. And I'm stuck being wailed upon.
Okay. All right.
I mean, I
Well,
jumped right on him. Is he able to shoot me when I'm?
that's a good question. The answer is he's basically going to pull out a pistol. Well, he's gonna pull out a knife, and he's gonna knife you.
You
All right. So basically, he's letting go of the gun in one hand, and he's going to try to trench you. And he's going to Benny that. There we go. Okay, so 8. Does 8 hit you?
My parry is a 9. No.
Damn it. Okay, well, then he missed. He's still
Okay.
fighting you.
Next round, I guess.
Next round, yeah. And I had to shuffle for a second because the Joker came out, and you get another Benny. Of course, so does he, but you get another Benny boot.
Okay.
That's the rule we go by, that whenever a Joker comes out, everybody gets a Benny at the end of the round.
Okay. So
Let's find out who goes first. The guy on the other side, by the way, is closing with you, so he can get a better shot at you.
if he gets within melee range, I get first
He's
strike
not
on
going
him.
to. He's got a gun. Why would he do
Okay.
that?
Okay.
Okay. All right. 5 and an 8. Okay, the guy you're fighting has a jack, and the guy on the other side, the guy who's with a gun nearby, has a jack. So they have
So
initiative over you.
I got a 5 and an 8.
Yeah.
Re-roll a 5 or redraw
Oh.
the 5.
All right. In that case, you have a jack. Guy fighting you has a jack, and the other guy has something else. All right. So it's reverse. So you have a jack of hearts. Hearts. Okay. He has a jack of spades, so he goes first. It's reverse alphabetical. All right.
But that didn't help.
He's going to try to stab you again. Okay, that's a 5. He's going to try one more time because he's almost out of bennies. And this time I got an 8. which is not enough, as you said. It has to be a 9, right?
Right.
Right. So he failed.
Okay.
Fighting
So
you, but he failed. Okay. So, all right. So that means it's your turn.
okay, then I wail on him.
Okay. Yeah,
Regular
there is this
attack.
guy who's basically lining up to just, he will probably try to shoot you in the head this round.
Uh-oh.
If I now this guy does not have his this guy, the guy fighting with a knife, he'd have to draw his gun, right? Or did he drop it or what?
He's holding on to his submachine gun with one hand, but he's stabbing you with the other hand.
So if I were to try to fight the other guy, would this guy be able to shoot me? Or I mean, I guess next
Not
round.
not
But
this round, no. And like I said,
okay, I'm gonna the other
and
guy
this
is
and this side is clear. I mean, there's some bodies laying on the fringe
okay.
path.
I'm gonna try to fight the other guy with the gun then and take him out
Okay.
if he's lining up on my head.
Oh, he's definitely lining up with you.
Yeah.
So you're
So
gonna rush. So you're gonna rush him.
yeah.
Okay.
That
So
did
you rush over to him and attack him.
so the
There's
first time misses.
there's no attacks of opportunity. When
Yeah.
you run away from people.
So that's a 9 to hit on the second one. Does that hit him?
Definitely hits him.
Okay, I take it without a raise.
His parry is 8, so no.
Okay, so
Just a
that's
hit.
damage is 7 plus 6, 13 plus 17, 1. 25 points.
Oh, okay. I will attempt to soak that. I don't think that's going to do so well. And that is an 8. Whoops, that's the wrong die. Okay, that is 1. So he soaks 25. Okay, so he's down. There's no way he could take that much damage.
Okay,
So he drops. Bang. To the ground.
and I do not recall if I can use I think I can use the frenzy on the second person, but I'm not 100% sure.
It doesn't matter. The second person isn't there.
Okay.
You'd have to run. You can theoretically, it's 31
No,
feet.
no,
You can theoretically run back to this guy, and then
no, I'm not going to do that.
okay.
Um,
What are you going to do?
uh,
You have 15. You have 15 feet of movement left. What are you going to do?
can I get back to the guy with the knife?
Yes, you can get back to the guy with the knife.
Okay. Am I permitted to use the frenzy attack on him, or does it have to be on the same person?
I don't know. What is the rule? What does the attack say?
Oh, I'm going to have to look it up.
All right, I don't know. It's
This shouldn't be that long. It's
he's like banging back and forth between these two people trying to attack him. Now the good thing is that there's stuff happening on the other side of the platform, and they may or may not, know that you've done what you've done.
You've been a bad boy. They're gonna come get you.
Oh, for
They're going to certainly try to come get you.
they said no.
Coming to take me away? Haha.
okay. I must be taken at the same time as another fighting attack, so no, I can't use it.
Okay.
But I'm right on top of him, though.
Okay.
Next round.
All right. Okay. So what he's going to do is that he's going to flip around the underside of the pathway, get up and run through, and let everyone know that he's being attacked by some crazy guy over here on this side. So he.
And there goes Ken. Well,
Okay,
so-
and I take it I cannot.
Well,
yeah,
you
you
don't
said
know
no.
he did that. All you know is he disappeared.
Oh, I know
Basically,
he
he pulled
disappeared.
back. He pulled back under the underside of the roadway, and
Do these guys have any vehicles?
no, they're
Okay.
all on the other side.
They're all Harley
Okay.
Davidson.
Oh,
So, I mean, if you stick your face under there to look and see,
Oh,
you see that he's gone. So it's very, to you, it'd be very obvious that he went through the portal to the other side.
okay. Okay. First of all, I'm gonna throw this second body to be eaten by the fringe pass.
Really, you're going to take the time to do that, huh?
Well,
Okay. All right.
I don't.
No, go ahead. You run over, you grab the body, okay, drag it over the end, throw it off.
And then I'm gonna try to flee down the path. I mean,
Okay,
it's
well,
a lot
you've
of
used up
miles.
all, okay, so you've used up all your okay, you used up all your movement doing that. Okay. So yeah, go ahead. Roll me a run die and see how far you get. Roll me a actually I believe it's a D6, not a D10. Yeah.
Well, that's 3 then.
So you get 15 feet or not 10 feet down the fringe path. Okay. And now there won't be some, so there's going to be some time for them to react. So yeah, I'll give you another 2 rounds of stuff before they react. So what are you going to do?
I'm gonna just keep running down the path.
You're just going to keep running down the path. Okay,
Actually,
fine.
hold it, Bruce. You, we know about going to the other side. Can I go to the bottom side and run down the bottom side?
You absolutely can.
Okay, at least they won't immediately see me, but they'll probably think of it. But I'll do that.
Okay. So when you do that, you basically have to climb in between that whole structure underneath is ready to go up and do its thing.
Well, no, because I'm not at the portal anymore. It's 15 feet away, right?
Yeah, but this thing was over like a 50-foot period, a distance. There were 2 sets of them. They were all hooked together. You weren't here last week, so these guys could tell you about what happens when those things go up. But anyways, so it's not you can't navigate them. You get around them and keep going, but you're gonna be just beyond them when the 2 rounds go by.
Wait, you went the other way? You didn't jump through the portal?
Yeah,
No, he kept going. If he goes through the portal, he's going to run in. He's going to run into the guys that are already coming out on the other side.
But he can skip the platform, right?
He knows that.
Yeah, that's what he would be doing. He wants to skip if he skips the platform, he's going to be on
the reinforcements will be on the other side.
He's on the negative side right now. Okay.
Oh, he's on the negative side. Okay, that's what I meant.
And he's running. Okay. So
they put the arms on the negative side too?
Yeah, they had them on both sides.
Oh, jeez.
Oh, he didn't see the destroyed Muscovy then? Or they must destroyed Summers?
No.
Oh.
Because you went further than that.
Oh, that's right, we did.
Yeah.
Never mind.
All right. So you're running, okay? And okay, so on the underside, all right? So
down a dream.
So go ahead and give me 2 more D6 rolls.
3.
Okay. All right. So there's another 10 feet. Okay. Basically, it's 3 and 3, 6. So another 20 feet of movement. All right. So, anyways, so these guys come out and they're looking for you, and with a lot of weapons, and and they're they don't, and it says they're gonna make a notice check and a -2. Okay, so they don't see you. I'm gonna check the underside. Go ahead and give me another D6 roll.
2.
Okay, and they missed that too. Apparently, they don't see you. By the way, what are you wearing? Tell me you're wearing optic yellow.
No, I'm wearing. I'm wearing like. I guess it would be an environment suit.
Oh, that's okay. It's probably it's not great. It's still at least
I
it's
assume
dark.
it's like some neutral color.
It's still relatively dark in color. Okay, yeah. So all right. So they don't see you, and they don't know where you went. So they're gonna go and they um so you're still running, and you hear this rumbling sound behind you, and they basically one of the pirate vehicles rumbles out onto the road, starts going down the road, and stop, and looking for you, and you keep. I assume you keep running.
Yeah, but I mean, vehicles are fast things, so
Yeah, but they're on top of the platform right now.
well,
They're on top of the road, and you're on the other side.
Then yeah, I will keep running.
Right. So they're going to go and they're going to stop and let's see, what are they going to do? The smart thing to do would be to run down the road a certain distance and stop. Okay, and then deploy some people on the underside. Well, I mean, basically they go along and they don't see you. Okay, so apparently they don't drive over you. And they're kind of on the top, and they stop and they basically deploy some people on the bottom side, and they're going to go and start walking backwards toward the portal just in case you're on the underside. So, all right. So you hear this thing roll over you, and I mean, there's no vibration coming from the pathway, but you hear the sound of the engine as it goes over, and then and then as you keep running, you hear yourself getting closer to the sound of the engine. And so, what are you going to do? Do you have any stealth?
I do have some stealth.
Okay. Why don't you give me? Why don't you give me you to try to sneak past them?
Yes, I am going to try to sneak past.
All right. So we're going to go ahead and. All right. All right. So they are going to. You need to give me a stealth check, and we're going to see whether I can see you and sneak past.
Not with that roll. 4.
Okay. All right. So one of them sees you, turns his gun, starts firing at you.
How far away is he?
He's within a move. Okay, and they do have like flares. Let's say like road flares. And that is that is a hit on you.
With a -2.
-2. So that's going to be. Ooh. Not good. Well, not bad either. That's 11.
I still hope somebody else has common bond.
Okay, so that's what you're shaking?
Yeah.
Okay.
Actually, my toughness would be.
I gave you a new Benny.
Okay. Then yeah, I will.
So, okay.
Yeah.
Let me roll. Let me.
Forgot about that, but yeah.
I mean that they basically took initiative because they attacked you. So go ahead and take your turn.
Okay. Well, my turn.
Only one guy saw you, and he basically fired at you.
Okay. Well, my turn would be to attempt to unshake.
Okay, go ahead. Do your spirit check.
And that's unsuccessful, so I got to use the Benny.
All right. Now what are you going to do?
Then I'm going to attack the guy.
Attack the guy that fired at you?
Yes, because you said he was within a move from me.
Oh, he definitely is. So's the other guy.
Okay. So that's 5, which presumably misses.
Yes.
That's a 10. Does that hit?
Yes.
Okay. Without a raise, I assume.
Yeah, hand to hand, you're going against people's parry.
Okay, so it's 6. Okay, so that's just 13.
Okay, 13.
Yeah.
All right. So, all right. So he's shaken.
Okay, so the frenzy attack now. That's a okay. The 12 explodes, so that's 16, and against the shaken guy, so it would be actually 18. So 7 plus 6 is 13.
That's definitely a hit
15,
with a raise.
24, 28. Yeah, he's not getting up from this one. 34 points.
Okay, yeah, he crashes down.
Okay.
All right.
And I'm gonna. And how far away is the other guy, or did he see me?
He's like 15 feet. They were like middle of the road. The
Okay,
road's
so I
31
can.
feet wide. They were like parallel to each other, shining their lights with their guns ready, looking for
Okay,
you.
so I can move up to him. So it's hard for him to shoot me, hopefully, because he's 15 feet away.
Well, okay,
And then it's the end of the turn.
right. So initiative is going to be an ace to you, and it's going to be a 9 to him. So you have initiative.
Okay, so I'm gonna fight him.
Okay.
That's a miss.
You better take this guy out.
That's 5, which is I assume would be a miss.
Right.
And the next one is that's a 7. Yeah, it's a 7.
Also going to be a miss. But remember, you have one Benny left. Or did you use it?
I
You used
used
your
it.
Benny. Okay. If someone else
Unless
wants to
somebody wants to give it to me.
somebody else give you a Benny, common bond.
I have common bond. I'll give him one.
Okay. So you can re-roll one of your rolls.
Okay. So that's 8 to hit him.
That hits.
Okay.
Better
So
do a lot
that's
of damage.
8 plus 9 plus 15. That's 19 points.
Okay. That's going to be 2 wounds. He can still act, and well, he is shaken. He's 2 wounds and he's shaken. So let me make a spirit check on him. Oh, he failed that. So he can't take any action this round.
Okay.
So 2 wounds and he can't take any action.
Okay.
So next round. You have a 7 and a 2, and he has better. So
Reroll a 2.
all right, then you have a 9, and he has a 4. So you have initiative.
Okay, I'm gonna attack him.
Okay.
That's a 9 to hit him. Plus it would be an 11 because he's shaken. So
True.
is that a raise or not? I guess it's not a raise.
11 is not a raise.
Okay, so the damage
12 would have been a raise.
Damage is 11 points.
Okay, so that's going to be enough to take him down.
Okay. I'm gonna go around. Does it look like the keys have been left in the vehicle?
No, the vehicle's on top, and that's further away from you. You could hear it in the near distance. These guys are sent underneath to basically look for you on the underside. There's probably a group on the top side also doing it. They've heard the sound of that gunfire when he fired at you. Probably. So
Okay.
you might want to get out of here.
The ways to get out of here would be to run.
Yeah,
So
I know.
I run.
Okay.
Actually,
All
let's
right.
say, can I like take his gun and then run, or is it?
Sure. I don't mind.
Oh, I'd still probably do better with martial arts, but I run.
Okay, so you run. All right, so you're running. Okay, so let's gonna go ahead and make a notice check here.
Gotta run away. Yeah.
Okay, and that's gonna miss. Yeah. All right. Okay. Give me a stealth check. Ken.
No, 4,
Why is that bad? Okay.
because it's probably not enough.
Well, no, I rolled a 2, so no, it actually worked.
Okay.
You managed somehow to slip past these guys and continue running down the fringe pass, and they don't really know where you are, other than their guys are underneath there unconscious, very very much bruised and hurt, possibly to be executed shortly. Possibly not, considering even the fringe pirates don't have that many people that are fringe-worthy. They may use what was the term in Starship Troopers? Administrative justice.
Well, it's called non-judiciary punishment, but
What's that?
it's called non-judiciary punishment.
Where they whip them?
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay.
Well,
Oh, beautiful.
you weren't actually sent to like a court or anything. They just punished you.
Yeah. Right. Okay. So Ken, you're running down the fringe pass, trying, keeping your ear out for the sound of anybody, running, anybody coming after you, and but as you do try to do your very best to do your 5-minute mile, they don't seem to catch up to you, and so it's going to be a long time before you get back to the
Yeah.
positive 1 portal, but you're
Yeah.
trying.
But I'm not
So-
going to the positive 1 portal. I'm on the negative side, remember?
You're right. You're going to get to the negative 1 portal eventually.
And you said it would take some 17 hours to do repairs, so
That's 17 hours to modify this half track to ride on the fringe pass. Yes.
okay.
On the plus side, after they do it once, they'll be better at it.
Agreed.
Okay, so
All right. So, anyways, it's 10:51. I think we can stop here.
yeah.
We will start